Very good afternoon and a warm welcome from Emirates Old Trafford. Here we go again with Charlotte Edwards Cup action as Lancashire Thunder take on Southern Vipers, the reigning champions Southern Vipers, no less. Paul Shaw's former Lancashire women's coach is with me. As always, good to see you, Shawsy. How are you doing this afternoon?
Yeah, very well, thank you, Fraser. Good to be here at Emirates Old Trafford again. Always a pleasure to be here.
It's a great Manchester summer again, by the looks of things. We're stood here freezing our what's-its off at the moment because we've got a lot of cloud overhead. There's a bit of a breeze blowing in. Fortunately, though, according to the forecast, we should be okay as far as this game is concerned. Of course, this is part one of a double-header here at Emirates Old Trafford this evening because we've got the men's game going on a little bit later as well. But we're looking forward to this game against the Southern Vipers. Halfway through the competition so far for the Thunder. What do you make of how things have panned out for them so far?
Yeah, look, I think they've played some really good cricket at times, and I think they'll be pleased with some of the cricket they've played. They've lost a couple of real close games as well, which they'll be slightly disappointed with that. And losing here against the Blaze recently, they'll be wanting to bounce back today. So they're 2 wins from 5, and they could have easily had 4 from 5, actually.
Yeah, it's difficult, isn't it? Because you get the feeling that they haven't really been able to show the full potential of this side in long enough spells in some of the games.
Yeah, I think that's true. And talking to Chris Reed yesterday, I had a chat with Chris about it, and he was saying in 2/3 of each of the games they've played some really good cricket, but actually just that final third, or at some point a phase within the game, they've just dropped off a little bit. So he's really pushing for consistency and really an exciting brand of cricket. And a brand of cricket that will inspire the next generation to come in and watch this team. Obviously, it's still a young team, some young players in that team. But Katie Mack obviously joins the team again today, the Australian overseas. So I think she'll be add some real impetus to that batting order and some really important character and experience.
Yeah, she's coming in today. She just could make a big difference to this side, as you say. A real character, great international, tons of experience. How important is that going to be to this young Thunder side which is developing?
I think it's huge, really, because from a experience perspective, there's not too much experience in that batting order. So I think having her in there, slotting in that middle of that batting order, I think will be a really good thing. She'll look to hit the ball hard, she'll run hard and put lots of pressure on the field. It's just a really good cricketer, a good character, and I think she'll help the players in the middle when she's batting with them in partnership. So I think she'll be a great acquisition for this Thunder side. As
for the Vipers, 2-time defending champions, I mean, just how good a side are they?
Yeah, they are a good side, and they have been for a number of years, 2 times champions, led by Charlotte Edwards, the former England captain when we were head coach and captain together in 2013-16 with England. But I'm not sure they're quite as strong this year. I'm not sure all their international players have been available, and they've just struggled a little bit, but still a very, very dangerous side.
Oh, indeed. I mean, you mentioned that, but Georgia Adams as captain, obviously, massive impact on the side. Just how important is she to everything that they do?
Yeah, hugely in terms of her experience and her leadership, really, really important. But also the way she bats, she often holds that order together, plays a really expansive game in terms of batting, but also she's useful with the ball as well. And as captaincy credentials are really good, so she'll be worth the weight in gold to that team today.
As you say, not quite gone so well this season for them so far. They sit, I think, a point just behind Lancashire Thunder in 5th at the moment. How much of a statement would it be if Thunder were to get a victory here this afternoon against the reigning defending champions?
Absolutely, be a huge statement, and also will build belief within the coaching ranks, within the playing ranks, within that team. So if they can get a performance in today, which is what Chris Reed will be after, a really fearless, positive performance with the bat and hopefully with the ball as well. And if they can get the win today, then it just sends real strong messages across the league too, to all the other teams as well, that the Thunder is coming.
They absolutely are. And hopefully Ellie Threlkeld is coming in. Yes, she is. She's on her way in. We'll find out in just a moment who bats and who bowls. The 2 captains are just going to get the final instructions from the umpires. What's the most important thing about today? After that defeat at the weekend against the Blaze, it was really disappointing from a home perspective. It's bouncing back, but is it bouncing back in style as well, do you think?
Yeah, I think so. I think they'll have drawn a line under that. They'll have reflected on the game, drawn a line under it, and then really focused on playing a really positive brand of cricket and bouncing back with real style here at Emirates Old Trafford.
Well, let's see what happens. First of all, let's, for the moment, cheers you. Thank you very much. Shawsy, rather. Let's get a look at how things are going to work out in terms of who bats and who bowls. The 2 captains about to make the toss. Just getting final instructions for our umpires this afternoon, Hassan Adnan and Amy Clark. Team sheets have already been exchanged. As mentioned by Paul Shores a little earlier, Katie Mack going to be in the side for Lancashire this afternoon. Bit of wind sweeping across the square here at Emirates Old Trafford. Could be a factor in the game, but here we go. Ellie's got the coin. So here we go. Toss has been made. We'll find out the decision in just a second. Let's get a quick picture from the captains before we start. And we'll have a word with both of them in just a second. Georgia, don't disappear. We'll just speak to Ellie to start with. If we could just pass you that microphone. Ellie, you've made the toss. What's the verdict?
We've lost the toss and we're going to have a bat.
Obviously, most important thing I think is going to be to bounce back from that disappointing defeat on Sunday at the weekend. What is the feeling amongst the players at the moment?
Yeah, absolutely. I think we're not going to dwell on Sunday too much. We've done a lot of really good things in this competition, so it's about taking that momentum forward into today. Home
is very much where the heart is. Previously, though, a couple of wins before that. You like playing here at Old Trafford, don't you?
Yeah, absolutely. It's always special when we play here. The girls love it as well. So yeah, hopefully we have a good day and get over the line today.
Change to your side, bringing Katie Mack in. How much of an impact is she going to have in?
Yeah, huge. She was brilliant when she played for us earlier in the season. So yeah, it's great to have her back, and yeah, hope she goes well today.
And how much of a statement would it be for you and for everybody else if you were to beat the reigning champions here this afternoon?
Yeah, obviously a big statement, but I think yeah, just taking each game as it comes and focusing on us is really important. So yeah, what we do well, and yeah, trying to get over the line today.
Go well, Ellie. Just pass the microphone over to Georgia if you would, please. Georgia, welcome. How much are you looking forward to playing this game here this afternoon?
Yeah, we love playing at the big grounds, and it's great obviously having double headers now this year, so yeah, hugely excited to have another game. They're coming thick and fast.
Obviously reigning champions, you guys have got a massive history in this competition, haven't you?
Yeah, we've obviously seen a bit of success in the past, and it's a tournament that we've always enjoyed playing as a group, so yeah.
A little bit difficult this season though. What's been the difference this year, do you think, that's made things a little bit different?
I think just players having to be really adaptable with England players coming in and out. I think in the past we've seen quite a lot of availability from an England player point of view in this tournament. So this year, you know, it's been a great opportunity for some of those players who have worked tirelessly in the winters and spent a lot of time on the sidelines getting an opportunity to go out there. But with that, obviously, we've had to be adaptable, and people have had to be adaptable to different roles.
Good luck today. Thanks very much indeed for joining us, Georgia there, getting things ready for the game. So we have had the toss. We'll have the team lineups very, very shortly. And in just a minute or two, we'll be hearing from Tara Norris.
(1864). We were first class then, and we're first class now. With a dream to spread cricket through Lancashire's towns, where girls and boys, with willow and leather, become more than a badge, but the red rose together.
A club where more than legends are made, but friendships, obsessions, moments replayed on our screens, in our minds, in our hearts forever. Because it's who we are, our DNA, the red rose together.
Statham, Briggs, Jimmy, Freddie and Joss, Chappie, Sir Clive Lloyd, Carol Hodges, Kate Cross. What a roll call. It's a hard one to measure, with future names still to be written on the red rose together.
We're all about people. It's what the red rose really means. Yeah, the ones signing autographs, but the ones behind the scenes.
Our community, grassroots, the ones that feel tethered. Whether you're from here or belong here, we're the red rose together.
And what about this place? Talk about world-class venues, internationals, gigs, events. You can choose from a menu of triumph, of disaster, of pain, or pleasure.
We've seen it all at Emirates Old Trafford, with the red rose together.
Red ball, white ball, lightning and thunder.
Have you ever sat back? Have you ever just wondered how far we've come? The storms we've weathered, or how far we'll go as the red rose together.
Getting closer and closer to the start of the game as the Thunder take on the Southern Vipers here at Emirates Old Trafford. Today, I'm delighted to say that Tara Norris has joined us on the boundary. Good to see you, Tara. How are you doing?
I'm good, thank you.
Excellent work. We're looking forward to this game, big time. Must be a little bit strange for you, though, I guess, up against a lot of your old teammates.
Yeah, it is, but we're looking forward to a good game. It's a double-header and we love playing at Emirates Old Trafford, so it's just like any other team.
What does it feel like when you do play up against old friends?
It's probably helpful, actually. I play with them a lot, so I know a lot of their strengths and weaknesses, so it's probably a bit of an advantage, actually.
Can you give your team a few tips as to what they might expect?
I'll definitely do my best.
Halfway through the Charlotte Edwards Cup now, what do you make of how Lancashire have got on so far in this competition?
Yeah, we've been a little bit up and down. We've got some great potential and we've got England players back today, which is great. We're just looking to put both disciplines and put it right today, really. Yeah, big disappointment, obviously, at the weekend against the Blaze. Is there a bit of a frustration that you've maybe not been able to put together as much of the potential that you have in this team for enough long periods in games sometimes? Yeah, it's definitely frustrating. Look, we've gone back to the drawing board a little bit and we've worked hard at training and trying to be really clinical with both disciplines. So hopefully we can put it right. And T20 cricket is about momentum. So we know if we get onto 1 or 2 wins, we're currently sitting 4th in the table. So if we can get ourselves in the finals day or get to qualifiers, we know we've got a really good talent to hopefully go all the way. And I know you guys love playing here at EOT as well. Just how big a boost is that for everybody to be playing in front of your home fans? Yeah, we love a home game. We love playing at Emirates Old Trafford. We've got a doubleheader today with the men, so it should be a really exciting day. It also means that you get the opportunity to chat to 1 or 2 superstars as well. I understand a little earlier you were having a little chat with Jimmy Anderson. How was that going? Yeah, it was brilliant. I actually came in a bit earlier today just for a little bowl, and he was out getting some overs in, so I managed to pick his brain, which is amazing. Were you giving him a few tips as well? Oh, I'm not sure about that. But no, it's really cool to have a little chat with him and yeah, just pick his brain. But when you've got a player like that with all that experience and all that world-class talent, surely that must rub off on the players a little bit here and there, mustn't it? Oh my gosh, yeah, absolutely. I've obviously followed his career the entire time, so yeah, just ask him some questions and just chat some bowling stuff has been really helpful, really cool. Now at the moment we've also got the World T20 Cup going on over in the States, and obviously with your American connections, you've been keeping an eye on how things go over there? Yeah, I watched the game last night against Pakistan, watched the Super Over, and I think it's great for USA cricket, really exciting. It's a huge market, and with the 2028 Olympics coming up, I think it's great exposure for USA cricket. Yeah, just how big an opportunity do you think that might be for the game overall? I mean, we know America is a huge country, they love their sport. T20 in particular, with all its excitement and action, this is a great opportunity for the game to crack a massive market, isn't it? Yeah, absolutely, and I think if they can get into the US market, yeah, and they're playing games there, the exposure's there, I think that's really, really exciting for them. We're hoping that the rain keeps off today. Fingers crossed we've got a bit of sun coming out. What's the feeling amongst the players after the opening games in this competition so far? How keen is everybody to go a little bit step further than they did last year, having got to finals day and maybe go that little bit further on? Yeah, we're definitely looking to get all the way. I think we're just looking to throw the first punch. We've probably been a little bit timid going into the tournament, but I think we're just trying to be as ruthless and have that nothing to lose mentality. Where's that ruthless streak going to come from? Who are the players that have got that ruthless streak in your side? Emma Lamb's a bit of a fiery character. Phoebe Graham's got it in her as well, so yeah, it's just putting it all together now. Have you got a bit in there as well? I've got a little bit of fire in my belly, I reckon. We look forward to it. Tara, thanks very much indeed for joining us. Tara Norris there. Looking forward to the game a little bit later on.
We are in a hard world of professional sport. It isn't a nice Sunday school tea party. There are no hiding places.
I know we are good enough, but we're just not showing it on the pitch.
You put that support in, you put that investment in, right, start winning games. Doesn't work like that, does it?
It means so much. It means so much to me, the staff and everyone in it.
A few wins put together, maybe they could actually reach finals day.
Well, that's a ferocious looking shot.
We don't want equal pay, we want equal opportunity.
They've got to try and show a little bit of something for the investment that's been put in.
The reality dawns, that is what professional sport is.
So, as you heard, the Southern Vipers have won the toss and decided to bowl. The team sheets are in, and they are as follows, starting with our visitors this afternoon, the Southern Vipers. They are lining up as follows: Charlie Knott, Georgia Elvis, Ella McCocken, Georgia Adams, the captain, Charlie Dean, Emily Windsor, Nancy Harmon, Alice Monaghan, Rihanna Southby, Lindsay Smith, and Freya Davis. And your Lancashire Thunder side this afternoon is as follows: Emma Lamb, Fee Morris, Katie Mack, Seren Smale, Captain Ellie Threlkeld, Danny Collins, Sophie Eccleston, Kate Cross, Tara Norris, Phoebe Graham, and Sophie Morris.
I am here in the sportsbreak.com stand. It's looking a little quiet here. I wonder if I can get hello, sir. Oh no, come on, you've got to enjoy today. What are you here for? Come on, are you celebrating anything? Just life? Yeah. Just the cricket, yeah. Why not? Exactly. Why not? Exactly. Now, if you fancy day off, a perfect reason to celebrate here at Lancashire Cricket. Now, if you fancy celebrating life and celebrating the cricket, come over to the sportsbreak.com stand. You can upgrade your ticket for just £10 and you get a drink included. So make sure you come over, see the friendly staff down here at the sportsbreak.com stand, and you can get in and enjoy the best seats in the house. If you're watching online, don't forget to send us your best seats in the house. Use our socials, that's at Lancashire Cricket and at Lancs Cricket on Twitter as well. Now, it's not just about the drinks and it's not just about the day off, it is of course just about the cricket. So if you need a refresher on the rules, here you go.
Each match is played by two teams of 11 players. Some are batters, some are bowlers, and there's one wicket-keeper. Both teams have a chance to bat and bowl. Look out for the coin toss. That's how they decide which team bats or bowls first. Each team has 20 overs to score as many runs as possible. The team with the most runs wins the game. 1 over is made up of 6 good deliveries from the bowler. To score runs, batters hit the ball and run between the stumps. If the ball reaches the boundary, it's 4 runs, and if it gets there without bouncing, that's a 6. While the batting team is scoring runs, the bowling team are trying to stop them and get the batters out by taking wickets. A few ways batters can be out are bowled, caught, run out, stumped, and LBW. Watch out for signals from the umpires, 4s, 6s, wickets, and these when a bad delivery has been bowled. Bad deliveries add runs to the batting team's score, and the bowler must bowl an extra ball. If you see the umpire doing this, the next ball is a free hit, and the batter cannot be out, bowled, caught, LBW, or stumped. And those are all the basics you need to know to get behind your team in this year's Vitality Blast competition.
Thanks very much to Carla, who is in the sportsbreak.com bar a little earlier. Looks like some very comfy seats over there, Paul. I think I might relocate myself over there a little bit later on. Don't forget, if you're coming down to Emirates Old Trafford today, you can upgrade your seat for an extra tenner. You can get in there. Very comfy looking seats. You get a free drink as well. Some of the best seats in the house. Do you fancy that, Paul? I think it looks pretty good, doesn't it?
Looks like a great place to watch the game from, doesn't it?
Especially on a sunny day. Hopefully we have that a little bit later on. The sun coming in and out all over the place as you you would expect around Manchester during the middle of the summer. But fingers crossed we will have everything in our favour as far as conditions are concerned. Team sheets are in. We were talking a little bit earlier. Looks like a very strong side as far as Thunder are concerned this afternoon. Yeah, absolutely. We said before, Katie Mackey in the side, Sophie Eccleston, Kate Cross, Fee Morris is in good form, Seren Smell is, and obviously Emma Lamb at the top of the order. So they've got the international experience, they've got the youth of the side, and they've got that little bit of character, I think, that Katie Mack will offer, which will be really important to that batting unit. As far as the openers are concerned, because they're going to be the ones who are coming in straight away for Lancashire Thunder, that partnership of Emma Lamb and Fee Morris, that is a formidable force, isn't it, to start with? Absolutely, and when they're both confident, which it looks like they both are, they're playing really good cricket, really positive cricket. I think it's a great partnership. Both have got slightly different skills and different skill sets, which is why it proves slightly difficult to bowl to, because they are both different, play on different lines, different lengths, but both really good players. Be interesting how the pitch plays. There's a little bit of grass on the pitch. Talking to the groundsman this morning, they've left a little bit of grass on to help that carry, so the ball should carry through, but the ball might just grip a little bit in that first few overs. Further down the order when it comes to bowling from the Lancashire perspective as well, to have Sophie Eccleston in the side, Kate Cross as well. There's plenty of power in this side, isn't there, all over the shop? Absolutely, and they've got variation, they've got high quality spin, they've got high quality pace, and also Tara Norris has been bowling really, really well too, with a left arm swing bowler. So, and of course we signed Norris from Vipers just a couple of years ago, so she'll be really keen to put in a really good performance against her old team. Of course, she won a stack load of trophies with them as well, doesn't she? How keen will she be now to try and transfer that through to here, to see the Thunder side picking up some silverware in the not too distant future? Yeah, absolutely, and she understands how to win games of cricket and how to win trophies, obviously with the time that she spent with the Vipers. But also, as I said, she'll be really, really keen to put one over on her old team here today. Freya Davies will be taking up the new ball then right at the start of this innings. We know what she's about, 35 caps for her country. Just how big a potent force is she? Yeah, she will be a force, I would think. Certainly if the ball swings a little bit today, we've got cloud cover, etc., so it might just swing a little bit. And she's a really useful performer, as you say, 35 caps, so she's got international experience, so she'll bring that back into a fairly young Vipers team, which we see here today. So Lamb and Morris and the rest of the top order will have to deal with her and the skills that she brings. Yeah, speaking to Georgia Adams just there, talking about the fact that they haven't done quite so well in this competition this year as they have done previously, two-time winners and reigning holders, of course, but she was saying to an extent it is down to the fact that they haven't had as much of their England international availability as they have previously. Yeah, absolutely, and I think that's a challenge for any team. You know, when Thunder haven't got their internationals, the team looks very, very different. On the other side of the coin, the positive side is that actually it's an opportunity for those younger players to develop, and it's opportunity for them to grow and develop and play on you know, stadiums like this. So they'll be really looking forward to the game today and be wanting to put a really good performance in. In terms of developments, obviously changes to the Thunder side this year. What do you make of how things are developing so far now that we're halfway through this competition? Yeah, look, I'm sure they would have liked to win a couple more games than they have so far, but I think the signs are really, really positive. They're trying to play a really positive brand of cricket, exciting brand of cricket. They've got some good young players with a really good overseas in this tournament too, so I think they're going pretty well. It'd be nice to see them really push on in the second half of this season. They need to do that, really, don't they? And getting another victory here at Emirates Old Trafford would be a huge shot in the arm for the side. They're fourth in the table at the moment, which would be enough for them to qualify for finals day if they stay there, but they've got to stay there. They've still got to carry on picking up the points, haven't they? Absolutely, and especially at home. They know the angles of this ground, they know the pitch, they know the playing surface better than anybody else, so it's taking advantage of your home advantage, I guess, when you're here, but also gaining that momentum to go into the next game and the next game. And with confidence is high, beliefs in the side, then hopefully they can go on a really good run of wins, I would hope. How hard is it to try and build confidence into a side? Obviously, they've got a couple of wins so far in this competition here, but then that disappointment against the Blaze on Sunday, did that knock the wind out of a few players maybe, do you think? Yeah, I think it did, and talking to a number of the players and the staff, I think what they have done, they've drawn a line under that as quickly as possible, and then they've worked really hard this week on the type of cricket that they want to play, so I think they've trained really smart.
but it will have knocked them a little bit. It's about growing that confidence and really working on the skills to come out here today and perform at Emirates Old Trafford. And what looks like there's going to be one or two coming in to watch as well, which will be great for the team and great for the setup here. Yeah,
just how important is it to have that home support and all the fans here behind them?
I think it's fantastic. It's really important from a home team perspective. You want that, but you also want the next generations that are thinking about playing this great game and being involved in this great game, seeing their heroes out here, which they'll see today, and I'm sure they'll cheer them on, fingers crossed, to a victory. Yeah, especially when you've got so many stars out here this afternoon, players that have got international experience that they'll see in the England strip, for example. That's really inspiring to have players of that calibre, of that quality, all on the same pitch together. Absolutely it is, and it's so important. It's important for the setup here at Lancashire Thunder. It's important for the fans. And one of the things that the Thunder players do really well is every game they go around the crowd at the end of the game and they're signing autographs for all those youngsters, you know, and that inspires the next generation. That inspires everybody, it inspires families, and it's such an important thing to do, and I think they do that fantastically well.
I'm going to say it's massive, isn't it, because so many of these players here that are in this side probably won't have had those kind of role models before.
Absolutely, and the game in the last 4 years now, there's professional contracts, you can have a career in the game, in this great game. So from that perspective, becoming those role models for the people that are watching and inspiring them I think is fantastic, and it goes with the job now. It goes with the job. But I know these players firsthand, and they're sincere, they're authentic, and they absolutely love connecting with the fans.
They absolutely love their cricket as well. That's got to be said. Well, even though when Ellie Threlkeld lost the toss there, she had a big beaming smile on her face, knowing that the game was coming up, it's going to be starting soon. She's a great character, isn't she, to have as captain?
Oh, she's a fantastic individual. I think she's an outstanding person, and she's growing and developing to becoming a really outstanding leader. Wonderful leadership behaviours and capabilities, and that transcends across the squad and across the environment.
Well, fingers crossed she's still smiling by the end of the game. Just to remind you, Southern Vipers won the toss. They've decided to have a ball. We'll be getting the game underway very, very soon.
Welcome to Conrad Dubai. Here's your key.
Thank you. Let me help you with the bags.
Nice room.
How's that? How's that?
How's that?
And a warm welcome from the commentary box ahead of this double header here at Emirates Old Trafford. A very warm welcome from Scott Reed and the former Lancashire captain Alison Byrne alongside me. Lovely to have you back with us. Are you well?
I'm very well, thank you. It's lovely to be back.
Excellent. This is shaping up to be an absolutely terrific game, isn't it? With the way that the two sides are positioned in the league table in particular.
Yeah, it's really, really tight up there. I mean, both teams, have won 2 games out of their 5. Thunder have slightly got the edge from virtue of a bonus point they gained against the Diamonds here a couple of weeks ago. Both coming off a defeat. So they'll both be keen to put that right, and it should be a really close game. I think Thunder are looking forward to perhaps turning the Vipers over at last after 4 years of trying. But
yes,
yeah, it'd be a great result if they could do that.
It's yeah, I mean, Thunder are not the only side to struggle against the Vipers, because they tend to win most of the time. Well, historically that has been the case anyway. But it would be a long overdue win, wouldn't it?
I think so. I mean, they've had some close encounters in the past, and I think actually this is probably, looking purely at the team list, the closest matchup I've seen, really. Based on experience of the players, etc., and their value to the team. So, yeah, really, really looking forward to a tight one here.
Yeah, this is how the league table looks, and it's the top 4 that qualify from this from the original group stage to reach finals day. So it's about finishing in the top 4. If you can sneak 4th position, brilliant. So the South East Stars are top, 25 points. The Blaze second, 21 points. Central Sparks are third, 13 points. And then Lancashire Thunder are 4th with 9 points, so a point ahead of the Southern Vipers. So it's about finishing in that top 4 position, which makes this game even more important, doesn't it? With just a point difference.
Yeah, you know, nobody will want to relinquish that fourth place at the moment. It's a tenuous slight lead that they've got at the moment, as I say, only by virtue of a bonus point, that fantastic performance against the Diamonds earlier on in the season. But yeah, it's everything to play for. I think, you know, having been a punter in the stands last week on Sunday watching the game, I think Thunder will be a bit down about their performance in that game. They as Chris Reed said on the Lancashire website, he felt that was perhaps a below par performance, and I'm pretty sure that the girls out there will want to put that right.
There is one game which is currently in play, and that is the match involving the Blaze, who have won every game so far in this Charlotte Edwards Cup this year, and they've bowled the Western Storm out for 99. We can see there the card. So all out for 99. The Blaze are on course again to make it 6 from 6.
I mean, they were really impressive on Sunday. Some of the bowling figures are ridiculous. Kirsty Gordon, 5 for 12. 5 for 12 in a 20-over game. It's incredible, really. Backed up by Lucy Hine with her 3 for 24 as well. Yeah. And Sarah Bryce behind the stumps is as sharp as a tack at the moment. So, you know, they're a difficult team to score runs against, that's for sure.
They are. They look a strong side this year, and they look on course for a victory. And we'll keep you across that Blaze Western Storm match through the course of the afternoon. But the main focus here at Emirates Old Trafford, the first of this T20 doubleheader, is Lancashire Thunder against the Southern Vipers. We're not too far away from the start. Let's head back outside. Here's Fraser.
Ladies and gentlemen, with the guard of honour from Sale Cricket Club, please welcome our umpires for this afternoon, Hassan Adnan and Amy Clark. And please welcome to the pitch our visitors for this afternoon, the Southern Vipers. Emirates Old Trafford, please welcome the opening batters for Lancashire Thunder.
I've got to say, top marks there to Lanky. I mean, that was magnificent, wasn't it?
Oh, yes, that was Uptown Funk at its finest, wasn't it?
It was.
Love it.
They're hips to die for from Lanky.
Absolutely, and those hips don't lie. Oh, I wonder if his middle name is Shakira, by the way. Lanky, Shakira, etc.
Well, on the evidence of what we've seen from Lanky there, yeah, there's definitely Shakira links.
Definitely.
Lanky should be performing on that stage. Forget the Foo Fighters.
Well, he could be their warm-up act, potentially. Get the crowd going.
Yeah. Get Lanky on the stage before the Foo Fighters.
Oh, why not?
That would be magnificent, wouldn't it? Right, we're good to go. So, Thunder batting first, and it's Emma Lamb and Fee Morris to open up the batting. It's a beautiful sunny day. It is breezy, but it's nice and dry. And let's hope that continues for the course of today. That's pulled out towards the leg side. The first delivery sent down from the Brian Statham end. And kind of shuffled away towards mid-wicket. And the first run on the board for Lancashire Thunder off the bat of Emma Lamb. So 1 without loss early on here. The Vipers, a reminder for you, winning the toss and electing to have a bowl first. And seeing what they can restrict Lancashire Thunder to. With Fee Morris on strike. And that's driven back down the ground and picked up by Lindsay Smith off her own bowling. And there is, again, there is no run. So in the power play, the fielding restrictions are in place. The 2 fielders beyond the 25-metre circle. And one up deep mid-wicket, down at long on. Used to the feet there by Fee Morris, coming towards Smith and just working the ball to the leg side, and there's no run. So just a single off the first 3 balls of the over. It is kind of a sunglasses day. It is quite bright at the minute.
Definitely getting there, isn't it?
It is. Left arm round and dragged out towards the leg side again. And Fee Morris gets her first run, and Thunder double their score, move on to 2 without loss. Yeah, breezy and sunny today, which is all right. That'll do for us.
Well, the players won't mind the sunshine, that's for sure. We've had a few grizzly, rainy days up here this season, haven't we?
Yeah, we've had enough of those grizzly, rainy days. We want some sunshine, don't we? Right, Smith, 2 balls left of her first over, just a couple of runs off it so far. Left arm round, balls again. It's off the back foot by Lamb, and just guided away safely into the offside. And Georgia Elwes fields at cover, and there's no run. A ring of fielders inside the circle on the offside. And back will point, cover, extra cover, and mid-off. Final ball of the first over, a bit quicker and a bit fuller. And again, just eased away towards extra cover, and that's the end of the first over then. So 2 runs off the first over. It is nice and bright, there's blue sky, but that wind will have an impact, I think, through the course of today. It's quite strong, that breezy wind, left to right, blowing across the ground as we look on.
Especially with those aerial shots, they'll be choosing which end to go for those high boundaries. I'm hoping we'll see a couple of 6s at least today, Scott. Always good for the crowd, isn't it?
It is, yeah. I felt it was hard going. I know you were here watching on Sunday, and I was up in the commentary box as well, and it felt like a difficult pitch to score on.
It looked it as well. It was, but I've got to say, I thought Tammy Beaumont, although she scored 34 in her innings, which on an ordinary day would be a good performance, it wouldn't be an outstanding one, but she batted so well. She picked the ball to go for. It was almost flawless. Yes, she showed her class, really.
Yeah, it was pretty impressive. And that was the danger, wasn't it, on Sunday, that when Beaumont's on the batting on a pitch like that, she's such a good player.
She's gritty.
Yeah. Right, Freya Davis it will be from the Jimmy Anderson end. There's a slip in place as well, which is great to see. That's pushed away into the offside by Fee Morris and picked up at point, and there's no run. So 2 without loss as we start the second over.
Yeah, Freya Davis is no mug with the ball either, is she? Former England player on the fringes still, really, I suspect, of England's plans, but she's made the move to Vipers this season. Wise move from Charlotte Edwards, I think.
Yeah, I guess she doesn't have any issues attracting players.
No, it's true.
Davis in and balls again. That's high towards the leg side by Fee Morris. It's bouncing out towards the boundary. There's 2 scampering after it. It's a good effort. In came the dive. But Alice Monaghan, even with a great effort to try and scoop the ball back from the rope, trying to get to it, it's gone for 4, the first boundary of the day.
Yeah, I don't think she really fully got hold of it either. So it was good that she followed through with the shot and got her just rewards for her bravery.
6 without loss. Fee Morris moves on to 5. It's Davis in again. Deep backward square leg and a deep third. Edged, gone, yes. Morris is out. Davis strikes. Little nick behind to the keeper. And the Vipers celebrate the first wicket. It's coming the second over of the match, having just hit 1 for 4 through mid-wicket. Morris edges it behind to the keeper, and it's 6 for 1.
Yeah, what a shame. Morris goes for 5. That ball seemed to move away from her, didn't it, from the lefty?
Yep,
yeah, a little bit of a way swing, and safe hands of Rihanna Southby there. She's a very good keeper, is Rihanna Southby. Highly rated. She wasn't going to miss that.
Let's have a look back on this replay here.
A little bit of a way. Ooh, a little bit.
Yeah, it was, yeah.
But it was the length, really. It was that excellent sort of, you know, shall I go for it, shall I not, shall I stay back sort of length, wasn't it? And Fee Morris went for it. And you can't blame her for going for shots in the power play. It's what she's known for, isn't it? Making the most of the power play.
It is, and that is a kind of calculated risk, isn't it, I guess? I mean, as an opening batter, you've got to try and make the most, haven't you, of that power play, and you want to be attacking, you want to be positive. I guess it's the nature of T20 cricket. Sometimes it comes off, sometimes it doesn't.
Certainly is. Those young ladies had a long way to travel to come back to play for the Thunder, hasn't she? Katie Mack.
Yes, it's the return of the Mack. And it's Davis in from the Anderson end and bowls, and that's defended by Katie Mack. Just pushed away into the onside, and there's no run. But yeah, good to see her back in a Thunder shirt.
Yes, we needed her, didn't we? We've, as I say, Georgia Vole, very short, very sweet 9 runs before she injured herself, sadly. Another Aussie back in.
Of course, we've got recently happy memories of batting here and scoring runs for Thunder early on this season. It's flashed away off the toes out towards deep square leg for a single. And Matt gets the first run back in the Thunder shirt. Lancashire Thunder moved to 7 for 1. Yes, some success earlier on this campaign for Katie Mack. Got a century against the Sunrisers. And then runs against the Sparks and the Vipers here as well, plus the Storm. So already making contributions in the Rachel Hale Flint Trophy. Now in the Charlotte Edwards Cup. Non-strikers end, Lamb's back on strike. And that's edged beyond the reach of first slip. And that'll trickle its way down towards the boundary. And there's a wry smile on the face of Lamb.
That ball seems to be coming on a lot quicker than it did on Saturday, Scott, doesn't it? And Fredover's bowled really well there. She's got a little bit of height, I think, as well off the pitch. A little bit of bounce. Very lucky not to have found the hands of Georgia Adams at the slip there.
Probably one of the taller players in the Vipers side as well,
yeah.
Georgia Adams, and she's flung herself way to her right trying to get something on that.
But they'll take every run they can get at this stage.
Yeah, absolutely. That's the end of the second over, so 11 for 1. Lamb on 5, Mack on 1. And it will be Lindsay Smith to continue left arm round the wicket, just eased away by Mack. Pushed out into the offside, and there is no run. So 11 for 1 as we start the third over.
Ooh, that sun's practically tropical now, relatively.
Yeah, happy days. Balls again. Oh, and gets through Mack. Smith bowls Mack. That's a really big breakthrough that for the Vipers. It's a horrible blow for Thunder to have lost Mack back in the side. Facing just the 4 deliveries. She's been bowled by Lindsay Smith. It's 11 for 2 in the third.
Matt got the sack, didn't she, in that one? That was very well bowled, though, from Lindsay Smith. Really tricky length, left arm spinner. Shall I go back? She did, but it just evaded her, didn't it?
Celebrations there from the Vipers tell you that someone of Mack's experience is a big breakthrough. So Seren Smale is the next batter heading out to join Emma Lamb.
So these two are not unused to batting together. They've done a lot of opening the batting together at in the Rachel Hale Flint Trophy. So they've definitely got to have that mindset at the moment and just, you know, steady the ship.
Yeah. Well, so these two have had success, haven't they, at the top, Lamb and Smale in the Rachel Hale Flint.
Smale's had a brilliant season, really. Real breakthrough season, I feel.
11 for 2. Well, these need a little bit of rebuilding here at the Thunder.
Plenty of time in this match left. Always feels a bit scary when you lose a couple of quick wickets, but you've got to remember that we're only in the third over. 17 left after this one.
Yeah, there is time, isn't there, to try and rebuild. Here's Smith. Oh, it's 2 in 2. Smale's gone, first delivery. Smith's on a hat-trick. And Seren Smale bowled, first delivery faced. It's 11 for 3.
It is indeed. Oh dear, she's not happy with herself there, is she? Who would be?
Watch the replay. She seemed to kind of play all around that delivery, really.
Yeah, Paul's nodding in agreement with you in the background there. Little bit, perhaps a little bit nervous. You know, a little bit anxious with the situation. She's still only a very young player. And she's just perhaps chosen the wrong shot there. Nice forward defensive, wouldn't have come amiss, I feel. Underrated shot.
Well, sometimes you can't be a bit of a forward defensive, can you?
Well, yeah, 11 for 2 in a situation such as this. Now, Threlkeld needs to play the type of innings her and Collins were putting together now and just rebuild, I feel. She batted reasonably well on Saturday in a game where not many did bat well. And she should take confidence from that.
Yep, skipper out in the middle.
2 for 2, look at that. It's almost Norris-like, in fact it is Norris-like.
Hat-trick ball for Smith.
There you go.
Punched away calmly enough. Reassuring kind of front foot punch to cover for a single from the skipper. And it's now 12 for 3 in the third. Well, it's going to take a bit of rebuilding this for Thunder. 3 wickets in the power play so far. And try and get themselves a score on the board. Smith bowls to Lamb. That's off the back foot and dragged down towards wide long on. Just for a single. Lamb moves on to 6. And the score moves on to 13 for 3. It's been some overs, this.
Yeah, 2 wickets for 2 runs. Yeah.
Brings Threlkeld back on strike. Final ball of Lindsay Smith's second over. And balls, and that's off the back foot again, just worked away into the offside. And straight to backward point. Well, top stuff by Lindsay Smith, a really good over for the Vipers. 2 of Thunder's most experienced players together in Threlkeld and Lamb now. Skipper alongside Lamb, having to try and rebuild. It started brightly, but it's taken a bit of a plunge. And those 2 wickets in 2 balls.
Oh, I don't like the look of that Manhattan, Scott.
There's room for improvement with that.
Oh, well, there is always
There
room
is.
for improvement. Yeah. You absolutely always look on the bright side.
Yes. Well, that's the first. Edge through to the keeper. This is the second to fall. Beating Mack. And then it's 2 in 2. It's 13 for 3 as we start the 4th over. Still with Georgia Adams at slip. That's down the leg side, though, by Davis. So a wide signal by the umpire. It's now 14 for 3.
Umpire Amy Clark. Jimmy Anderson end there.
Davis. He's in again over the wicket and balls. Again, that's down the leg side. And signalled as another wide by the umpire. The score moves on to 15 for 3. Quite got it just right yet, Freya Davis. First 2 deliveries of her second over.
Only takes 1 good ball, take a wicket.
True. 15 for 3. Deep backward square leg and deep third. There's 1 slip, there's a point, cover, extra cover, mid-off, mid-on, and the mid-wicket. Davis to Lamb. Straight to delivery, which is nudged away into the onside. And picked up at mid-wicket by Monaghan. And there is no run. So we'll keep across the game elsewhere between the Blaze and the Western Storm. Maybe at the end of this next delivery, we'll take a look at what's happening with that fixture. It's a relatively modest run chase for the Blaze, who have won 5 from 5 so far, but there's been a bit of a shaky start. Details to come. There's Davis in and balls to Lamb, who steps across the stumps and ramps it up and over the keeper.
Oh, got a tad lucky there. I don't think she quite meant to play it quite so close to the slip of the keeper. Heart in the mouth moment there, I would imagine.
Yeah, it was a bit. 16 for 3. So the Blaze are batting, and they're chasing 100 to win that match.
Okay.
And
tell me more. Tell me more.
That's you can make a song out of that.
Yeah, let's hope the Storm put up a fight.
Here comes Davis. In and balls to Threlkeld. Threlkeld drills it into the onside. Picked up at mid-wicket. No run. Right, back to this Blaze Western Storm match. So 100 the target for the Blaze. And they've lost 2 early wickets. They are 20 for 2. In in pursuit of 100 to win that match.
Yeah, and they've got the Bryce sisters in there together. That could be dangerous for the Storm. They're on fire this season, aren't they?
They've played 5-1-5 for the Blaze so far. It's pushed away into the offside by Threlkeld. Straight to point. There's no run. There's actually a good piece of fielding, that, because quite a lot of used pitches, aren't there, on that side?
Yeah, that's always tricky, isn't it? You're just never quite 100% sure of the bounce. Is it going to my hands, or is it going to break my front teeth?
Yeah,
I never fielded at point.
I don't.
No. Ooh, no.
Well, you could decide, couldn't you?
Exactly.
Well, you kind of mid-off, mid-on.
I actually went in the slips usually, and then sort of short mid-wicket-ish.
Davison, ball's driven away by Threlkeld. It's gone to mid-off, no run.
Which could occasionally be dangerous when you've got Laura McLeod bowling at you.
16 for 3, 1 ball left for the 4th over. It's a bit of a messy start, but it's been a good comeback this by Freya Davis. Just a single off it so far after those first 2 wides. It's chipped away to mid-wicket, beats mid-wicket, runs here for Thunder. How many of them? 4 of them. Timed beautifully.
Yes, that was a very nice stroke. Played right through the line of the ball, right along the old green velvet there. Outfield looks beautiful at Emirates Old Trafford today, doesn't it? Beautiful.
It does, yeah. Lush and green is the outfield. But she's ideal, isn't it, for this, for June?
What you want.
That's what you want, isn't it? Yeah.
20 for 3. Relatively good over for the Thunder there, in the context of the match.
Yeah, needs a few more of them, doesn't it? Threlkeld's up and running. She's on to 5. Lamb's on 7, so we've had 4 overs, 20 for 3.
Run rate's crept above 5. Or reached 5, I should say.
It's heading in the right direction, isn't it?
Definitely.
5th over this. Swept from a full toss out towards deep square leg.
It's good running again.
Lamb wants 2 and comes back for 2. Over it, the throw comes in towards the keeper's end.
I was nearly going to have to eat my words there, wasn't I?
It looked like there was always going to be that second, but right at the end it seemed to be a little bit more frantic than we thought.
What a bullet arm that was.
It was actually, to be fair, wasn't it?
Can't tell who the fielder is. She hasn't turned her back to us yet. Wow. An example of South B's agility behind the stumps there as well. Very good.
Yeah, good take. Good ability to flick up the bails with the gloves. Just put a bit of pressure on Lamb trying to hurry back for 2. But that's good intent. That needs to be something that we see quite a bit in this Thunder innings. Running's got to be good. Big part of building a score here. Running between the wickets. Reverse paddle.
Oh, lovely.
That's timed beautifully down towards the boundary. Won't quite reach the rope. Lamb does come back for 2. It's cute by Lamb.
Yep. Beautiful shot. Very delicate. Showing her class.
A little reverse paddle for a couple of runs. Takes her into double figures, on to 11. Key batter, Emma Lamb. Has been for a while for Thunder and is again here today. 24 for 3. Lamb's gone. 3rd wicket for Lindsay Smith and the 4th to fall for Lancashire Thunder, whose innings is well, crumbling away at the moment. There's an awful lot of work to do. Another one that gets through, rattles the stumps, little bottom edge actually from the sweep from Lamb, dragging it back onto her stumps on that sweep shot. 24 for 4.
Yeah, it's not good. We're not even out of the Thunder and not out of the power play yet either. So to lose 4 wickets in the power play is a massive blow for them at this stage. Which I think is stating the obvious, really, for my part. Sorry about that, folks.
Well, it's difficult to. It is difficult to kind of summarise it into what the situation is here for Thunder. There's an enormously big job to try and get something together.
This is interesting because these two really dug deep on Sunday. Myself and the other couple of Lancashire players, former players, were watching in stand A, and we were really impressed with their application. They're pushing for ones, twos, looking to hit the bad ball. Collins was unlucky, actually. She fell over playing a shot practically and then got stumped, but she was top scored on Sunday. Glad to see she's recovered from a knee injury that she sustained on the boundary over there underneath the soon-to-be stage. Don't want to jinx her, so I'll be quiet now.
It was a real kind of gritty knock on Sunday, 30 from 32 balls for Danny Collins. That's dropped away into the onside as Smith comes over the wicket and balls to Collins.
Hopefully it's filled her with a little bit of confidence, because it's the best score of the season, I believe.
24 for 4. Balls again, Smith. Collins just nudges it to mid-on. And there is no run. Georgia Adams, skipper of the Vipers, in position to field. Be absolutely thrilled with how it's gone so far. Smith back in. Back and trying to pull it away to the leg side. Collins deflects back down the pitch, and there's no run. So there's 4 coming off it, but there's a wicket in that over as well for Lindsay Smith, and she's picked up 3 wickets so far. Here they are. First beating Mac off the back foot, snaking its way through. Very next delivery, Smale cleaned up. Pretty similar looking delivery. And then the sweep, which was off the bottom edge and dragged back onto the stumps. The end of Amalam. And it's been an excellent 3 overs for Lindsay Smith. 3 for 8.
3 for 8. Yeah. But she's bowled well. She's, you know, she's of the mind that if a few miss, I hit. And unfortunately, we've missed a couple of them. So I think Lam was a little bit unlucky with the bottom edge, but again, it was a straight ball. She was trying to sweep across it. Sometimes, you know, that can happen. Oh, and just to make matters worse, we've got Charlie Dean coming on to bowl. I think she's a quality player, Dean. I really do.
Well, it's a kind of a nature of playing this particular side, isn't it? This Vipers side is that they keep coming at you, really. Dean in, that's driven away by Threlkeld. It's gone to cover. Emily Windsor fields, and there's no run. 24 for 4. Dean bowling from the Jimmy Anderson, and the final over the power play. And Threlkeld thumps it back over Dean's head.
Ooh,
one bounce.
Very close.
Over the rope for 4, but almost 6.
Looking for them, weren't we, Scott? We were talking about them earlier. Yeah, if ever there was a time for a captain's innings, this is it, I think.
Well, you highlighted how well these two tried to get something going on Sunday. Threlkeld 20 from 21 balls. Collins made 30 from 32.
Yeah.
Needs something similar here, and actually probably a little bit more than that. 28 for 4. And the 6th over. Threlkeld on strike. Here's Charlie Dean. In the ball, so Threlkeld off the back foot, plays and misses.
Yeah, no, that's the quality of Charlie Dean, isn't it? Varied the pace, pushed that one through a little bit quicker, I feel. Rushed Ali Threlkeld there a little bit. That's listed a change of field.
Yeah, mid-wicket's come across. Extra fielder inside the circle on the offside. 5 inside the ring there now. It's hit down the ground by Threlkeld. Straight to Dean off her own bowling, no run. 28 for 4. So 2 balls left of the power play. Been just about the perfect power play, this.
For Vipers, yeah.
For Vipers, yeah. Absolutely rotten one for Thunder, yeah. I should have made that pretty clear, that's what I meant. Here's Dean to Threlkeld.
Oh, yeah, unlucky. Dean was close to stopping that one.
Almost cut it off, but yeah. So take a single. 5 off the over so far, 29 for 4. Danny Collins taking guard from umpire Amy Clark, facing Charlie Dean for the first time this afternoon.
And Harmon's having to get a shift on over there to the boundary. Oh, the joys of being a captain when there's a left and a right-hander on.
Fielders darting left, right and centre. Final ball over from around the wicket. Oh, fine glove work by Southby again. Play in the miss from Collins. So that's gone through to the keeper. We've had 6 overs then. That's the power play. There's a bit of work to do. 29 for 4. I'm going to leave you, Alison, in the company of Paul Shaw.
Oh, what a delight. Thank you, Scott. And I'll be very interested to hear the views of Mr. Paul Shaw, former coach of the Thunder, as well everybody knows by now. My esteemed colleague is just settling down. I think it's the same jacket he had on last time, viewers, listeners. As we can see, Lanky's enjoyed himself over there with a few of the Thunder supporters. He's always good for a laugh, is Lanky. But yes, Paul, there's a big rebuilding job going on here. And we've mentioned Threl, Kelton, Collins innings on Sunday. Just wondering, you know, you've been watching this intently, and a few smiles and a few groans. So I've watched you in the corner of the commentary box here. As we have a change of bowler, I believe. I can't quite see the number, Paul. My eyesight's not very good. Couldn't hear it either, sorry. But anyway, there's a change of bowler. Right arm spin into the right-handed Threl Kelch. She pushes it through for a single there, take the score on to 30. Yeah, sorry, as I was saying, I'd be interested to see what your thoughts are at this point, Paul.
Good afternoon, Alison. Good afternoon, everyone. Yeah, it's been a tough power play for the Thunder, and I think Lindsay Smith has just demonstrated why she's been an important player for this Vipers team for the last couple of years. She follows pretty straight lines and just angles it in. She comes round the wicket and just rushes the ball on.
Yep. It's Charlie North, the Australian, was going down a leg, no run.
And at this stage, Thunder's job is to rebuild, but they haven't got much time in which to rebuild. We know that T20 cricket is quite fast and furious, so they'll have to rotate strike as much as they possibly can.
And not in again. Collins has tried to sweep that down to fine leg, and actually it's been given a wide. It's 1 to the total. Score moves to 31.
Yeah, interesting times at the moment, isn't it, for this batting unit?
Very much so. Charlie Knott drops that a little bit short, so it's just gone straight to the short mid-wicket for no run. Yeah, Knott's done well in this competition this season, hasn't she? She's picked up a shed full of wickets. I think she's actually the leading wicket taker in the Charlotte Edwards so far. Around the wicket for the right-handed to the left-handed bat. And that's a quick single. They're going to have to be quick. And they both are well backed up.
Yeah, Knott's. I think Knott's been a good signing. She's a good young player, and also with the bat, you know, certainly in the 50-over competition, she's scored some runs as well. So, and talking to the Vipers coach Charlotte Edwards, she was saying that she's a really good character as well to have around the team.
That's always important, as we see Knott go over the wicket to the right, and a little bit of width on offer. And a lovely diving save at wide mid on there.
Although Vipers haven't got their, if you like, international players other than Charlie Dean as such, they still are a good unit, aren't they?
Absolutely.
Still a good cricketing team.
Yeah. And that one's hoisted, and I think it's been taken. Oh, dearie me. Just when we thought these two could put something together, it's a right-hander out. It's Threl Kelt. She succumbed for 11. Caught by the skipper, Adams, mid-off. Just died a little bit. And just for a second, I thought she'd misjudged that, but no, safe hands from Adams. And that beautiful wide smile is on show again for all to see. Got a great smile, Adams. What a shame for Threl Kelt. And they're 32 for 5 now, Paul. If you were the captain / coach, what would you be saying to this batter coming out now?
Well, it's
with no number on her back.
Sophie Eccleston that's coming out.
Oh, it's Eccleston. How can I not recognise Eccleston?
To the crease. So I'd be still having a conversation about being positive, but we've got to build a partnership. That's the key thing here. Without the partnership, they're not going to get the runs that they require. So from that perspective, building that partnership is really important. Still with some positive intent. Just looking back on Threl Kelt's dismissal there, yeah, she didn't quite get to the ball. She looked like in 2 minds whether she was going to get right to the ball and hit it hard on the floor or go over the top. She seemed to be just caught slightly in between, I think, there, Alison. But it's a blow for her and blow for Thunder, because she was playing well. She played well in the previous game and had built the partnership, as you said earlier on, with Danny Collins in the last game.
It was a very gritty little partnership, actually. Got some, I think we've got some Danielle Collins fans over there in the hotel. There's a few banners earlier there. Go DD. Could that be D for Danielle? Maybe. We'll see. Hopefully that support, if it is for her, will boost her on. And she's actually on strike now. After that dismissal, they must have crossed over. Beg your pardon. It's the end of the over, that's why. Dean on to bowl. That's down the leg.
What is interesting, Alison, is the spin bowlers that's taking the wickets, isn't it, today? So Nott's got one for 3 off 1 over, and as we know, Smith has picked up 3 wickets, hasn't she, in that period of time?
There's a little bit in for the spinners and the seamers, because you saw Davis moving at the white ball a little bit early doors as well. That's down leg. I think she's going to get a wide and then some, and it might just go for, it's gone for a 4 on top of the wide. Much needed runs. 37 for 5.
Yeah, Charlie Dean's just missed the line there, hasn't she? The last 2 balls, she's bowled it a little bit too straight and pushed it down the leg side as such. But that can be the challenge when there's a right and left-hander, can't it?
Absolutely.
Having to adapt your lines can be a challenge sometimes, and I think that's certainly what's happened at the start of this over.
Even for the best. Comes again, right arm around the wicket. To the lefty, well left. Collins is not being tempted there. Quite rightly so at this stage. Yeah, so everything to play for here still. Still got 12 plus overs to go. No point giving your wicket away, and there's nobody there to pick that one up. Mistimed, it's gone down to fine leg. Quite a lengthy chase round. I think they've run for 2 there. Good running again from Collins. She's going to make Eccleston move those long legs of hers.
It is important that these two do all they can to put a partnership together and give Thunder the opportunity to post some type of total here today.
Dean again. Again, it's edged down to fine leg of Collins. Keeper's chasing this one. She's quick as Southby, but they've still got 2. Good running. In fact, that was really good cricket all around there, you know, both teams.
Yeah, excellent running from Danny Collins from when the ball passed the bat. Then she was the other thing she was thinking about was running 2, which is great. And also from the keeper, Southby has really chased that ball down, and good cover as well that's come in and collected the ball at the stump. So yeah, good cricket.
It's taking the Thunder past the 40 total, 41 for 5. Dean comes in again, right arm over still. A little bit fuller. Oh, to just clear the head of mid-off there. Will it make the bet? Oh, that's a great shot from Collins. She gets a nice ripple from the crowd in. The crowd's a little bit filling up now, a little bit underneath the Jimmy Anderson stand there. Score moves on, 45 for 5.
Yeah, excellent shot in the context of the game. This shows real positivity and bravery, actually. She's come down the pitch, got to the pitch of the ball and hit it over, hit the ball nicely over mid-off for a well-timed 4 runs.
Dean. Collins. Oh, she didn't quite connect with that, but again, Eccleston was quick to call her through for the quick single there, so it went down to very fine 3rd. And that's the end of the over, Paul. We are on 46 for 5 at the end of the 8th over.
Yep, 46 runs off 48 balls at 5.8 per over. So yeah, it's a disappointing start from Thunder today. Things haven't quite worked out so far, but while we've got Danny Collins and Sophie Eccleston, the ball striking Sophie Eccleston, we know that she hits the ball hard and with real power once she gets in. What Thunder would give for Sophie Eccleston to be batting the next 12 overs to take them to the 20 over mark.
But she's yet to face a ball, because Collins has been in very well and been stealing the strike and hitting boundaries. Can't argue with that. She's on strike again as the Australian. Charlie Knott sets her field. Adams is just checking everything's in place before she bowls. Right arm around the wicket. Stumped. OK. Danielle Collins has been stumped again. Twice in 2 innings there she's been stumped, Paul. What do you make of that statistic?
I mean, looking at the positive side, she's showing intent and wanting to get down to the pitch, but if it's premeditated, sometimes you have to wait just for that ball so you can pick up the flight.
Yeah.
And it's just gripped and spun past her, hasn't it, that? So she's coming down against the off spinner, so if she doesn't get to the pitch, there's a high risk it can spin.
You can see on the replay
the
she was very sharp. Oh dear, good job she's flexible. It wouldn't do for me, Paul.
No, me.
No. But it's a shame because she was looking good. And let's see who... Oh, you've got Eccleston and Cross at the crease together. Try saying that in a hurry. Eccleston and Cross in a crease together. It's a bit of a tongue twister, isn't it? Even for somebody as verbose as me. Yeah, we could do with a little bit of international class from these two, couldn't we?
We certainly could. The two England internationals batting together for the Red Rose here at Emirates Old Trafford. I know both of them like playing for the Thunder and really enjoy playing at this great stadium. Now it's an opportunity for them both to bat together and see if they can amass some type of total that Thunder can have a go at defending.
Yeah, we're not even halfway through the overs that are due to be bowled yet, so they don't need to rush things, just need to rebuild again. Not a little bit shorter. Cross has very sensibly played it under her eyes into the ground towards short point, no run. Good line and length from Norris again. Ready for a second ball into Cross. A little bit shorter still, and Cross has punched that out into the covers off the back foot for one run.
Yeah, that's a good cricket shot there from Cross, certainly to get off the mark, because she's seen the length of the ball and the line of the ball early and just rocked back and punched it through the vacant extra cover area. So good cricket, good way to get off the mark.
Do you know what, Paul? It's interesting you talk about line and length. I actually found, as a player, it harder to pick the length than the line in many cases. And if you've got a person who can really judge the length of a ball, again.
Like that, yeah.
This time it was Eccleston off the mark. Should be relieved about that.
Certainly will. You
first ball face, believe it or not, and first run scored.
You always feel that little better when you get off the mark, don't you?
Yeah, 48 for 6, and I think Thunder will be feeling a little bit better when they hit 50. In comes Knott. A little bit fuller. Not quite where Crossy meant to play it, but she gets away with that. No run. So squirted towards the covers there. Yeah, Adams looks pretty happy with their troops, doesn't she?
She does, yeah. They've done a tremendous job so far, haven't they?
Scott Cross has used her feet there and scampered through for a quick single. That's very good cricket. Eccleston's getting a shift on there. Good to see. Both showing good intent.
Yeah, that's good cricket, isn't it? Good single, much needed single too.
So, end of the 9th over, 49 for 6. Cross is already on 2 off her 4 faced, and Eccleston 1 for 1.
Just going back to Charlie Knott, obviously she's bowled well so far, very well in this spell. And talking to Charlotte Edwards last week about the Vipers coach, she was saying, as I said before, how good a character she is as an individual, how good that her behaviours rub off on the rest of the younger players within the squad. And also a cricketing ability with both bat and ball has been evident this season, so I think she's really happy with the signing and the influence also that Knott has on the rest of the team.
I think it's important because cricket is a game where you spend an awful lot of time together. You know, it's not like other sports where you play 90 minutes and you're off. As Adams has brought herself onto bowl, right arm over the wicket, slow bowler, and that was a very sharp, quick run. And it's good to see Eccleston's got her sprinting boots on today because she needs them. Thought she was perhaps a little bit tired looking, shall we say, on Sunday with her running between the wickets. But not today. Although she batted well for her 20. Now Adams takes wickets, doesn't she, Paul? And you look at her and you look at her bowling and you think, oh, you know, I'll whack this. But she's a good bowler. Flick round to leg.
Yeah, she certainly does. It's one of those bowlers where sometimes you do fancy going after her as such, but the number of wickets she does pick up in games, often 2s for or 3s for, and turns lots of games.
Yes. Second ball from her. And Sophie's had a nice strike on that one for a single.
Good cricketer though. She's, you know, always had potential.
It's a 50 up as well. It has been for a couple of balls. Good stuff. It's a target, Matt. Into Crossy. Oh, was that a catch? The heads are in the hands. I think it might well have been a drop catch. Really difficult chance. Really difficult. It would have been a super catch. But again, that smile's on offer. She's the type of captain I would have loved to play for or with.
Yeah, Crossy's hit this hard, hasn't she?
Great stop though.
Yeah, that'd have been a good catch.
And Thunder have finished off the over. Next ball with a single, taking them up to 52 for 6.
But yeah, going back to Adams, she's always been a good player of lots of potential. We're involved in some of the younger age groups at England, and is a very good regional performer.
So Eccleston's flicked that off her hips into the mid-wicket area and quickly set off for her single, taking the score to 53 for 6, which is at the end of the over. Run rate's crept up a little bit to 5.3 after the 10th over, so moving in the right direction. But I think they'll need to aim to, well, at least maintain that and get over the 100 mark. What they cannot do is get less than 100 on here, because the Vipers just bat so deep, don't they, Paul?
They do. They're a good side, the Vipers. Even though they haven't got all of their England players available to them, they still have a number of good players within this team, as we've seen already and has been demonstrated with the ball in hand. And here we see Lindsay Smith coming back on and into the attack to see if she can get her 4th wicket in her 4th over. Currently, she's bowled 3 overs, 3 for 8.
She certainly has. And that's been dabbed down. Ricochets off Cross, who makes no attempt to benefit from that situation. Smith fields off her own bowling. Fields a little bit more spread, obviously, with it not being in the power play. There's 2 fielders on the leg side boundary. 1 at mid-off. Another dot ball there. Good bowling from Smith. Consistent bowling. And that's safely watched under the eyes of Eccleston.
What we've just seen there is that's the challenge that Lindsay Smith offers almost every ball. She brings the wickets into place, all dismissals into play. She uses the left arm round angle and just runs it in. Just like that, just runs it in. And you can't, well, you can, but it's not ideal to be playing across balls like that, but she pulls you into working the ball to the leg side, and it just holds its own and runs on.
So Eccleston, being a left arm spinner herself, might have a little bit more of an insight than most, but she's trying to just manoeuvre the ball now, make the most of the opportunity. She's not desperate to give her wicket away here, Paul, which is a good sign.
See if she can bat a few more balls to get herself in, can't she?
And as she knows, Smith's not got many balls left to bowl. She's just pushed that for a single, rotates the strike, gives Crossy a go. 54 for 6. She's capped the strike at the end of the 11th over. Run rate dropped a little bit, but no wickets lost. Lanky's going to have a little go. You're next in to bat, Lanky. I think you might need a longer bat, mate.
Yeah, I think it looks like he's got my bat down there. That was good bat, doesn't it?
Oh, he's just getting warmed up. Kick your heels up a bit higher, Lanky. You're not going to stretch those quadriceps like that.
Pretty good going. His,
not bad.
Speed, agility and quickness through those ladders. Oh, there we go. A few stretches. Star jumps.
Oh, hey, that'll be me done for the rest of the day. Eccleston on strike. Right arm spin of Adams. Dot ball. Placed into the covers. Toss back to Adams. Ready for the second ball. Again, 2 fielders on the leg side boundary, mid-off and mid-on in place for the big hit in Eccleston. No run. Well bowled from Adams again. You can see the breeze is getting up. Adams' shirt is ruffling in the wind. She comes in. Back-footed punch from Eccleston again into the covers. Adams seems to have her field perfectly placed at the moment. No gaps there. Ooh, another really good piece of fielding from Dean. Sorry, excuse me, Adams. Crossie's laughing because she only got a thump. Yeah, I can't see that this is going to stay in this situation for much longer, Paul. I see a big hit coming along. She's gone off the back foot this time. Again for no run, fielded by Lindsay Smith, a lefty.
Yeah, you just sense that something's going to happen.
Yes, something's going to give here. Good contest. Oh, now then, little conflab in the middle there. Now that's either watch your head, I'm going to go for it, or let's take a quick single here. What do you reckon?
I think just get out the over.
Oh, Eccleston was looking for the single, but again, superb fielding from the Vipers and taken easily by Southby behind the stumps, who races back to the other end of the pitch to the Jimmy Anderson end. High five her captain. 54 for 6 off the 11th over. I believe that might have been a maiden. Sorry, off the 12th over, beg your pardon. Maiden for Adams.
Yeah, it was a good over. Charlotte Edwards there we've just seen on the Vipers bench. 1 or 2 in the crowd. There we go. Some youngsters,
somebody's hoping
family members.
The Thunder can get a 9 runs off 1 ball there. I love that. That's optimism for you. Lanky's still warming up just in case is needed.
It's not.
Oh, hold on. He's just practicing his running between the wickets. Yeah, that's good sliding. That is Lanky. In comes Knott. Right arm over spin. She's used her feet. She's hit straight down the ground. Great shot from Kate Cross. Classic. And you hear the Thunder girls below us showing their appreciation, and the crowd love that one.
Yeah, that's a good shot there from Cross. She's determined to come down the pitch and hit through the line, and it's the ball down the ground very firmly for 4 runs past Georgia Adams, the Vipers captain, at mid-off.
Yeah, lovely shot from Cross. Her and Eccleston both like that straight drive, don't they? 58 for 6. Good stuff. Not in. Ooh, Southby has appealed for a stumping there, but I don't think Cross had ventured very far from her crease. But again, sharp hands from this keeper. She looks a prospect, doesn't she?
Yeah, it's a good young keeper, Southby. I think terrific potential.
She had a nice little knock with Alice Monaghan in their defeat to the South East Stars. He put on 69 between them. Oh, that's a bit closer on the stumping. Cross got a little bit worried then. She's got her foot back. Cleverly bowled from Knott. She drifted the ball a little bit wider. Tempt Cross to come down the wicket again, I think. Oh.
Oh, she didn't collect the ball, the keeper, did she?
Yeah, we just picked her up, didn't we? It's our fault.
We did. But what we can see is good bounce and spin there from
very good
Knott.
bowling. And Knott comes again. She's... Oh, this time she's got her. Oh, no. Cross has come down the wicket again and given Southby an opportunity to put right her mistake. And she gleefully accepts the opportunity. Umpire had no choice but to raise her finger. And that's very well bowled from Charlie Knott. Tempted her.
But that's 3 balls on the bounce that Cross has come down the pitch,
yeah,
isn't it?
I know. And she missed 2 of them and then got out on the 3rd.
Nice bit of keeping here from Southby. Just
oh yeah,
lovely hands, good positioning, good head position too. Good bit of work and really well bowled there by Knott.
Yeah, she's stacking up the wickets, isn't she not? 58 for 7. We've got Tara Norris as next into bat, who likes a good straight drive, doesn't she, Norris?
Yeah. She can hit the ball hard down the ground, and her areas are down
the V,
down through the V, and also extra cover and deep mid wicket tends to be a strong area.
Yeah. Saw her hit a banging few sixes down at Southport last season.
Of course, that was against the Vipers as well, wasn't it?
Yeah, she nearly did it as well. Went to the last ball. And actually, on the last ball, if I recall, it went to the boundary, and it was a really close call as to whether or not it had been given as a 4 or not. I think it was the right decision when we look back on it several times on the replay. But yeah, good. It was a good old knock from Norris. I wonder if she can, you know, reproduce that spirit, get a few runs on the board. From actually last season when we played them, it was an impossible situation,
and she does.
And she made the impossible possible.
She does enjoy playing against a former team, doesn't she?
Yeah. Who doesn't? Right arm over from Knott. Norris straight into her forward defensive there. Thirded in the covers. Of course, we've got left hand, right hand again. She'll annoy Adams. Knott. Norris. A little bit uppish. Oh, I think Eccleston's quite rightly sent her back there. So it's the end of the over, and the score is on 58 for 7 wickets at the moment. And I do believe we're having a little changeover. And I will be leaving you in the capable hands of Mr. Paulshaw and Scott Reed. How lucky are you guys?
Have we got Scott back with us today, have we? Every time Scott comes on, he normally mentions something about the sun shining in Barnsley, my jacket, or my shirt, or something like that. We'll see what he brings up this afternoon.
Well,
good afternoon, Scott. How are you?
Good afternoon, Paul. It is a lovely jacket. Slightly different shade to the last time I saw you. It's kind of slightly darker blue colour, your jacket.
Yeah, slightly different shade.
Yeah, come over here. I'm going to drag you
in
over
the slot. What about the shirt?
Yeah, very nice. Very smart. I'd expect nothing less though, mate. 58 for 7. That's up and over. Cover. No, caught inside the ring. And Eccleston departs. And it's 8 down. 58 for 8. And it's turning into a torrid afternoon for Lancashire Thunder. Emily Windsor with the catch. And yeah, 8 down now. And Charlie Dean has another one.
And the spinners have certainly done the damage today, haven't they? Sophie Eccleston's gone to go down the ground there, didn't quite get there. It's taken the outside edge of the bat and spawned up to cover. Emily Windsor that comfortably takes that catch just on the edge of the ring. So, what an interesting position that Thunder find themselves in. I think they've, as already been said there by Scott, it's been a torrid hour or so with the bat, and they're currently 58 for 8 off 13.1 overs.
I mean, when you have such a difficult power play, Paul, it takes some recovering, doesn't it? When you lose those wickets quickly in the power play, you can recover, you can build, and you can put a score together, but it can also go the other way, can't it, pretty quickly?
Yeah, absolutely, because you're wanting to play a brand of cricket that's really positive, and you've just lost 3 quick wickets, so it's then the next phase of play is about rebuilding, but rebuilding with intent, which can be quite challenging.
58 for 8 then. Phoebe Graham, the new batter, getting forward to Charlie Dean. And ball sneaks through into the gloves of the keeper. And there's no run. 58 for 8 then. Dean with her first wicket. In and balls again. Phoebe Graham looking to sweep. The ball slides through into the gloves of the keeper. Elsewhere, the Blaze are on the brink of victory, chasing 100 to win. They're not far off it. That's a play and a miss by Graham through to the keeper. There's no run. In fact, they have just got that. So the Blaze, having had a little bit of a wobble at the start of their run chase, have got to their target to win. 7-wicket victory for the Blaze against the Western Storms, which played 6-1-6 now.
Yeah, they're going fantastically well, aren't they?
Yeah. Dean in bowls to Graham, who off the front foot, reaching for it, just pushing the ball away. Picked up again by Emily Windsor at cover. And there's no run. 1 ball after the 14th over. Here's Charlie Dean. 1 for 19. Spins the ball from one hand to the other. Comes in and bowls again. And Graham trying to force it away. Just picked up at backward point, and there's no runs. It's a wicket maiden that for Charlie Dean, so it's super stuff from the Jimmy Anderson end. A wicket maiden to complete the 14th over. 58 for 8. Thunder in danger of not batting through 20 overs, but I mean that seems such kind of like an old school view to try and bat through 20 overs, but in this position I guess that's still 6 overs to get through, but it's kind of almost a minimum target really.
Yeah, they've got to bat the remaining overs and see if they can get some type of total and then get 2 or 3 early breakthroughs. In the batting innings of the Vipers. Just looking at the amount of spin bowlers that the Vipers have used 4, I think. Knott, Adams, Smith and Dean, and all 4 of them have been pretty successful. And the ball's just beginning to bounce, and actually it's gripping, isn't it, as well? So we can see it spinning a fair amount.
This is the start of over 15. There's a run here for Norris, just off the front foot. Eased away through the offside for a single. So Norris gets the first run, so he's 59 for 8. We're starting the 15th over. Lancashire Thunder invited to bat first here at Emirates Old Trafford. Losing early wickets in the power play. In fact, they were 4 down inside the power play. Really recovered. That's hit back over Knott's head. Down the ground for a single. The score moves on to 60 for 8 now. 3 for 12 for Charlie Knott. It's a great return. 3 for 9 from Lindsay Smith from 4 overs. A wicket for Fred Davis. 1 for Charlie Dean. George Adam, wicketless, but sent down 2 pretty tidy overs, so everyone has contributed with the ball. It's cut away by Norris out through the offside. There's a bit of work for Windsor to do, but she's quick. Gets across the ground, sends it in on the bounce to the keeper. And they come back for 2, 62 for 8.
Yeah, all the Vipers bowlers that's played a part in their attack today, I think, have bowled pretty well, haven't they? They've all performed the role well, and obviously the spinners, 3 of the 4 spinners have spun the ball a fair bit. And as you say, the captain Adams has bowled a couple of tidy overs.
Forward goes Norris, defended away. It comes off the inner half of the bat. And the ball just comes back into to Norris, defended to mid-wicket, no run. 62 for 8, 2 balls left of the 15th. Not 2 balls left of a brilliant 4 overs here. That's off the back foot, pushed into the offside by Norris. Picked up by Monaghan at extra cover. And there's no run. Final ball of the 15th is not. From around the wicket balls, it's chipped over square leg. The ball bouncing out towards the deep square leg boundary, through for a single. Kind of think about the idea of trying to force back for 2, but decide against it in the end. And that's the end of the over. It's also the end of Knott today. Brilliant 4 overs. 4 overs, 3 for 15. Outstanding effort.
Yeah, it's an excellent spell of bowling, isn't it? She's bowled with good pace, slight variety of pace. She just varied her pace a little bit. She's got bounce and she's got spin, and obviously took the 3 wickets for 15 runs, as you rightly say, Scott. And as I was saying earlier on air, that speaking to Charlotte Edwards, she really rates Knott as an individual, good character, can bat, can bowl. So she's been a really good signing for them this year, and she's certainly performed well today and demonstrated those skills incredibly well on a pitch that I would say is slightly helpful to spin. But you've still got to get it in the right areas, haven't you, consistently enough, and she has done.
Leading wicket taker for the Vipers in the Charlotte Edwards Cup this season. Knott and Davis having a kind of a little mini duel between them as to who will finish top of the charts when it comes to wickets taken coming into this match. 9 for Knott and 7 for Davis. Comes off a little streaky inside edge. The ball disappears down towards the fine leg boundary. Norris wants to come back for 2, and Graham agrees as the throw comes in towards the keeper. And it's 2 to start the 16th over. 65 for 8. So Norris and Graham, what can they try and piece together with the bat here to give them just at least something to try and work with when they come out to bowl later on. Sweep attempted by Norris. Just balloons away into the offside, no run.
The other player I've been really impressed with, Scott, is Rihanna Southby, the wicket-keeper. I think she's progressing. I've seen her play the last couple of years, but she's certainly impressed today.
It's worked to mid-wicket. Actually going to get through for a bonus single there, but I mean, that's a horrible place to field, isn't it, on those used pitches? Goodness. I mean, it's like slate, isn't it? The ball just bouncing up, and it could deviate one way or the other. It could come at you a bit quicker than you're expecting. 66 for 8. Yeah, there's 2 catches. Sorry, 1 catch by Southby and 2 stumpings by the wicketkeeper in this innings. But and aside from that, just a general glove work's been really good, hasn't it?
Yeah, been really impressive. I think it's a good young keeper coming through. Very impressive.
Graham goes to try and play this late and work it down towards the deep third boundary, but a play and a miss taken by Southby. A long off and a long on. There's a deep mid-wicket, deep square leg, and the boundary. Graham coming down the pitch and hiking the ball away to the leg side. Gets a single, doubles the total. Phoebe Graham moves on to 2. It's 67 for 8.
Going back to Southby, when you watch a keeper, when you're viewing a keeper, you're often observing posture, position, the shapes that they have in terms of when they're catching the ball. Are the head and hands in line? Are they in good positive positions? And she's in all those positions, which gives her a higher percentage chance of catching the ball.
Norris coming down, but a hesitation. Winsey throws towards the stumps, and well, maybe a direct hit by Emily Windsor could have been tricky because a bit of hesitation, but they've kind of scrambled through for 1, and that completes the 16th over. 68 for 8. Last game here for a little while because the concerts are taking place. It's the Foo Fighters and Green Day that are coming to Emirates Old Trafford for some live music over the course of the next couple of weeks. So both Thunder and Lightning on their travels. With away games to come for the next couple of weeks. This ground does look a lot different when the stage is fully built and the entire outfield's covered by these thick plastic kind of protective covers, and the entire outfield's covered in tens of thousands of people. And it doesn't look like a cricket ground when everyone's here. It's so odd. A busy couple of weeks for everybody at Cricket Club when the concerts are in town. Right, over number 17. And that's a wide to begin with.
This is high quality glove work again by the keeper. Ball's just slipped down the leg side. Low, almost half volley take, and she skipped across and took that beautifully.
Dean around the wicket. Hit down the ground. Deflects off Phoebe Graham. She's had a good afternoon. There's the keeper. Dean to Norris.
Bowled.
Give her a stumping as a swing and a miss by Norris. Again taken nicely. Flicks off the bails.
It's a good ball in this. She just balls a little wider and just holds it up. Just holds it up just a little bit. See the bounce and spin? Beautifully bowled that.
It is, yeah. She's got the wind as well, hasn't she? She's got that wind that blowing into her left-hand side. And then balls again, that's off the back foot and pushed into the offside by Norris. Just for a single. So there's a lot there to work with, isn't it? But she's using everything to her advantage there.
Yeah, absolutely. I think, again, Charlie Dean's an England player, has international experience now, and he's still relatively young, but he's maturing nicely as a cricketer and certainly as a high-quality spin bowler. And I think we have seen some real high-quality spin today, Scott, as such. So
it's from over the wicket this time. It's swept down towards short, fine. Throw comes in. They have scrambled 1. It's a 71 for 8. Phoebe Graham moves on to 3. Norris comes back on strike. Charlie Dean's fourth and final over, 1 for 22. In from the Brian Statham end. Balls again. That's punched away into the offside for 1 run. There's Emily Windsor on the cover boundary. 72 for 8. Final ball of her allotted 4 overs. And Dean this time to Graham from over the wicket. Sweeps again. Down towards deep backward square leg. A bit of hesitation as to whether to come back for a second. Just enough bat on that by Phoebe Graham. End of the 17th, 73 for 8.
It's a good job there was enough bat on that, isn't it, then?
Cheers, Paul. Paul Shaw will be with Fraser through the course of the interval here on Lax TV. We're on the BBC Sport website and app as well for this Charlotte Edwards Cup fixture. Alison Burns going to come back into the commentary box and rejoin us. Rightly so that Lanky's having his picture taken with his adoring public.
You know, you don't actually realise how entertaining he is until you're in the crowd, because he's crazy. You know, he's just bonkers, isn't he? Yeah, but I think Lancashire TV made a little animated cartoon series with him to get some, you know, youngsters into the game. Yeah, excellent.
Getting his own TV programme, Lanky. This is Phoebe Graham on strike as Davis comes in from the Anderson end of balls. That's dragged away towards square leg for a single. 74 for 8. Graham moves on to 5.
So a little shout out to the camera team from Badger and Coombs for all their camera work today around the ground. We've got Liv, we've got Katie, Kieran, Frankie, Jazz and Josh. That's the team that are bringing you all these amazing pictures from all around the ground today. Great little team of camera people.
74 for 8 in the 18th. And that's slashed away by Norris out towards deep square leg, just for a single. Score moves on to 75 for 8. So Lanky and Friends is this animation that's been put together.
Oh, there we go. There he is. Yeah, he's got a few of the Lancashire characters, such as Crossie's in there.
Davis balls again. It's fallen off stump and dug out by Graham. No run.
So, if you've got young uns, get them onto Lancs TV. See some famous faces in the screen there.
Including Bumble. He'll be with us a little bit later on.
No, it had to have Bumble in it, didn't it? To be right.
75 for 8. It's driven firmly by Phoebe Graham through extra cover, and Norris wants 2. She's running towards the danger end, and they've done well to force 2 out there. 77 for 8. Look, it might not be enough, but it might be. You never know.
Yeah, you don't know what a wicket's playing like until both teams have had a chance to bowl on it, do you? We've got Lancashire Thunder have got some good spinners in their team as well. Yep. We've seen how well the spin's been taking.
Clubbed down the ground by Graham towards long on in front of the pavilion for a single. Graham moves on to 8. 78 for 8 now. 1 ball left of the 18th over. And this score by Tara Norris is the joint top scorer in the innings. Ellie Threlkeld making 11 and Emma Lamb making 11.
Oh, every picture paints a story, doesn't it, Scott?
It does. Final ball of the 18th. Norris plays and misses, and through it goes to Southby, who does another fine piece of work behind the stumps. And no run, so 18 overs gone, 78 for 8. Lanky and Friends. Well, he's got plenty of friends here at Emirates Old Trafford today. He's adoring public.
Oh, I think I'm going to have to get myself logged on tonight and watch a bit of that. Looks good fun. Never mind the kids. Why should they have all the fun?
I couldn't agree anymore.
There's the star himself. Oh, Lanky, Lanky. Sorry, I won't sing anymore. You're okay. You're all safe.
I enjoyed your singing. 2 overs left.
You and no
Big
one
appeal
else.
for OBW, and Graham's gone.
Oh, I shouldn't have sung. I've put them off.
78 for 9. Well, we mentioned previous to over that Graham was looking to sweep, and good job she hit it. And this occasion went for the sweep and missed, and that looked pretty plump.
Yeah, I actually don't blame her for going for it. There's only 2 overs left. You know, she knows her cricket well enough to know that 78 isn't going to cut it.
Yep.
So she went for the big hit.
Yeah, and you say that the damage has been done higher up, hasn't it? The batters have not done their thing. Look back on the replay here.
Oh, yeah. It's pretty similar to the one where she actually got a little edge on it and got it through, isn't it? Nice straight bowling. You miss, we hit.
So 9 down.
Okay, and it's the Sophie Morris, captain of Upton Cricket Club on the Wirral. I say that with pride.
And rightly so.
Probably hoping not to have had to come in with 2 overs left to bowl.
Yep.
We'll see. I've never actually seen her bat, to be honest, so. Anything, I think, when you got your number 11 in as a bonus, I feel. I don't think you should be relying too heavily on your number 11 to get your runs in a 20-over match.
Here's Georgia Adams in bowls. That's clipped away towards deep backward square leg. First run for Morris. 79 for 9.
Yeah, she's done well to get herself off strike there. Give it to Norris.
Well, she needs to try and face the majority of these final deliveries, doesn't she, really, Tara Norris? See what Thunder can try and chip away at. What can they try and finish on? Might not be enough, but you never know. Here's Adams around the wicket and bowls and driven down the ground. Bouncing back to Adams off her own bowling, no run. She'd be thrilled. Georgia Adams, the skipper of the Vipers.
Yeah, definitely. It was almost Yorker length, isn't it?
And again in balls. Balloons away into the offside. There's no bat on that. But they'll scamper a leg by.
Yeah, that was good running from those 2. Very alert to the opportunity.
So 80 for 9. 2 balls remaining of the 19th over. Morris on strike. Adams comes over the wicket and bowls, and that's chipped away into the onside, but there's no run.
Yeah, there's a nice little gap at short square, wideish mid-wicket there if Morris was to try and dab and run.
Final ball of the 19th.
On the last, they are going on the last ball of the over.
Yeah, they have.
Well done.
Managed to sneak a single. And that is the end of the 19th over. So 6 balls left. It's 81 for 9. Morris on 2 and Norris on 11. It's not gone to plan for Thunder,
no.
but
they'll be doing exceptionally well to get anywhere near 100 off the next over, because as you and Paul have alluded to, all of the bowlers have bowled so accurately today for the Vipers that it's going to take a few lusty shots and a lot of luck.
Yep. Yeah, Lindsay Smith, 4 overs, 3 for 9. Adams, 4 overs, 1 for 11. Knott, 4 overs, 3 for 15. Dean, 4 overs, 1 for 24. And Freya Davis in to complete the innings. That's chipped up towards extra cover. And scamper through for a single. And it's 82 for 9. Well, at least he's got Norris on strike.
Yes, I was just about to say exactly the same thing. She took a chance, but it was, I think it was a chance that needed to be taken, to be honest.
So potentially 5 balls here for Tara Norris to try and, well, see if they can squeeze it as many as they can. probably shouldn't be enough, but you don't know. And there's some very, very good bowlers in this Thunder side, and the best spinner in the world in the Thunder team. It's a bit of a slash out towards the leg side by Norris, out towards square leg. Neat pick up and throw by Emily Windsor. And, well, they take a single. Norris moves on to 12, and it's now 83 for 9. 4 balls left. Sophie Morris back on strike.
Again, there's that little dab down into the short mid-wicket area. If she could perhaps step across slightly to leg and dab it down there, but we'll see.
Davis in.
Oh, even better.
Yeah, it'll be a single up towards mid-on. Moves on to 4 now. Sophie Morris, 84 for 9. Norris back on strike. 3 on the leg side boundary. Long on. There's a deep mid-wicket and a deep square leg. And then
no long off.
From around the wicket, balls dragged away to that leg side boundary. Good work by Emily Windsor, and they get through for a single. She's saved quite a lot of runs on that cover boundary.
She's
a lot
quick
of
as well,
grass to
isn't she?
patrol. Yeah, good arm. Going to bullet arm out from the rope as well.
But that was good bowling from Davis. She was bowling to her field there. Captain had just set a couple of fielders back on the leg side.
So a single off every ball so far.
Oh,
and that will be it. That's a wicket for Davis. And that is Thunder all out for 85. Freya Davis finishes with 2 for 24. And Sophie Morris, the final wicket to fall, looking to swing. And the ball clatters through into the stumps. And it's 85 all out. Lancashire Thunder. So the Southern Vipers, 86 to win. They're going to have to bowl exceptionally well here and field and take all their chances and hope that Vipers, Alison, have a pretty poor day. There's only one winner really from this position, and Thunder are just in hope really now rather than expectation in truth.
Norris is disappointed. You could see in her body language as she came off her, but you know, she did her best, she tried her best, and she's gutted. Look at her. She knows she's not got much to bowl at. That's why she's gutted, I think.
Yeah.
Her and her team of bowlers are going to have to pull something almost miraculous out of the bag for this one to be anything but a Vipers win, if I'm honest.
Well, we shall see. There's Kate Cross limbering up, and we'll see Tara Norris as well. We'll see plenty of Sophie Eccles, and we'll see whether or not they can produce something special with the ball here. They're going to need to, Lancashire Thunder, all out for 85. It is 86 to win for the Vipers.
Welcome to Corner Dubai. Here's your key.
Thank you. Let me help you with the bags.
Nice room.
How's that? How's that?
How's that?
Lancashire Thunder, 85 all out. It was pretty painful watching at times, I think, wasn't it, Paul? What do you reckon?
Yeah, look, they'll be really disappointed with that one. They never quite got going. And all fair, you know, in all fairness to the Vipers, I thought their spin attack bowled beautifully, didn't they? Dean bowled well. No, but here's my friend here. Not fall very well.
This fella's been an absolute star during the innings, by the way. I'm sure he's been keeping everybody very well.
Going,
I have no idea what we fed him this morning,
right.
but it's working an absolute treat.
So we could have done without there, batted
Like here, tell you what, go and find Carla. Go and have a look for Carla. She'll be out there in just a few minutes. You were saying before you were so rudely interrupted.
Yeah, I thought that the spin bowlers bowled beautifully. The wicket keeper supported fantastically well, and I think well captained. In the field, I thought they performed really, really well, did Vipers. But Thunder didn't quite get going, did they? They obviously lost early wickets, 3-4 wickets down in the power play. It's really difficult then to come back from there. But they would have wanted to build partnerships and consolidate and try and get a better total than they've got. But you know what? It's just bouncing and spinning a little bit, this wicket. Sophie Eccleston's in the Thunder team. If they can get a couple of early breakthroughs, anything's possible, isn't it?
Like it. I tell you what, you can do as a little job. Go and find Carla. She's out there in the crowd somewhere. If you go and find her, we'll cross over to Carla and Lanky. What have we fed him this morning? I don't know what. Gosh, more energy than he knows what to do with. Maybe we should get him in the pitch. Anyway, yeah, I mean, credit where it's due in terms of some of the bowling from the Vipers today. I mean, Lindsay Smith, 3 for 9, Charlie Knott, 3 for 15, and Georgia Adams chipping in as well. But, you know, wickets all over the place. They've done really well with the ball, haven't they?
Yeah, I think they've bowled superbly well. I think they've got the angles really nailed down quite well as well in the field on this, obviously, Emirates Old Trafford. And it's been a really good first half performance from the Vipers, but it's important now that Thunder show something, and that when they come out here and the ball well, see if they can take a couple of early wickets like we've mentioned, but really see if we can get this crowd going and get behind them with a few early wickets and hopefully get us foot back in the game.
You mentioned there's a slight green tinge to the wicket, and we saw Lindsay Smith, when she was on the hat-trick, the ball just skidding through, which deceived the Lancashire batters a little bit, didn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. And there's a little bit of grass on there to help the carry, but it also means that the ball grips. So you've got 3 or 4 different types of spinners, 3 of which are gripping on the surface, and Lindsay Smith's coming around the wicket, using the angle and just skidding the ball on. So rather than it spinning, it's skidding on and bringing all dismissals into play. And we saw that when she got the 2 wickets in 2 balls, which slightly surprised, I think, the Thunder batters. But this is what she's always done. She doesn't put much spin on. She uses the angle and runs it into the pads.
Fact is, though, Lancashire have still got a bowl on this pitch. So we got one of the best in the world in our side, obviously. So it's an opportunity.
Absolutely. We've got Kate Cross as well. Kate Cross balls wicket to wicket. She just might get enough nibble and maybe get a couple of edges. And also, like you said there, you've got Sophie Eccleston, the best in the world. Let's hope she can get on early in this power play and take a couple of wickets.
We've got to hope that is the possibility, and maybe we end up with a low-scoring thriller. But Lancashire Thunder's run chasing after those runs very, very shortly. But let's head into the crowd. We'll see if Carla has caught up with Lanky, who seems to be very active today. Over to you, Carla. I hope he behaves himself.
Yes, hello, I'm in the stands. Lanky did find me, which is great because we were absolutely loving Lanky and all his dancing, everything today. We've also got a little baby Lanky here. I found 2 people that have all the gear, but they definitely do have an idea as well. Guys, tell me your names. Where have you come from today?
I'm Claire.
I'm Emma.
And whereabouts are you guys from? You local?
We live in Sale.
Oh, nice. And were you here with Sale Cricket Club that came? Oh, amazing. And I can see as well it's your birthday today. Is that your reason for coming? Do you like to come often?
We come to all the matches, don't we? We come to all the T20 matches.
Oh, nice one. So, really excited for, obviously we've got this other innings to go. How do you think that's going to go? I think we can definitely get a result here, don't you?
Yeah, I reckon we can get a few wickets.
Yeah, I do too. What's the celebration going to be like when we do get them wickets? Massive cheer. Yes. Lanky's going up in the air. Lanky will definitely be celebrating because we've seen today he's already been running around everywhere. And what's your result, or what do you think the result's going to be later on in the men's?
Well, I'm not sure.
Lancashire win. Lancashire.
Yeah. I'm hoping Lancashire will win, but
yes.
see.
We will have to see, but I'm sure there's going to be wins all round. But first, let's bring the Thunder.
We are in a hard world of professional elite sport. It isn't a nice Sunday school tea party. There are no hiding places.
I know we are good enough, but we're just not showing it on the pitch.
You put that support in, you put that investment in, right, start winning games. Doesn't work like that, does it?
It means so much. It means so much to me, the staff and everyone in it.
A few wins put together, maybe they could actually reach finals day.
Well, that's a ferocious looking shot.
We don't want equal pay, we want equal opportunity.
They've got to try and show a little bit of something for the investment that's been put in.
The reality dawns, that is what professional sport is.
Hi, I'm Keaton and this is Luke. We are the Giraffe opening pair at Lancashire Cricket Club. We are here today at the Astoria Estate Agents. Let's see what they have in store for us. One of the highlights for me probably was making my Test debut. You aspire to play international cricket, and I think for me making that Test debut in Mumbai was a special moment I think I'll look back on.
Property is potentially an option that, well, I've already started to go down. I'd like to explore more options in the future for sure. I've seen how positive an investment strategy that can be.
If I could, I'd get a little clay pigeon shot up in the garden. I'm not entirely sure the neighbours would be all too happy with it, but yeah, a little clay pigeon trap.
The idea of dealing with the day-to-day stress of everything that comes with being a landlord isn't something that I would necessarily want to be a part of, to be honest. So using an experienced agent like Astoria would definitely be something I'd be interested in.
I think it's our devilishly good looks, to be entirely honest. I'm not sure where the reference comes from.
I think it's fairly self-explanatory.
I think just making sure the advice you're getting is aligned with the goals. It's a big investment, it's a large chunk of your savings, so to make sure it's taken care of and taken care of in a really sort of professional manner.
So bits of it, but the heritage of the club is actually everywhere you look. So there will be a new heritage of the England which was over the last year. So many people say they're both.
Hi Noah, nice to meet you.
Can you believe it? No.
I can't stop smiling. I'm trying not to.
Yeah, that's it.
Will these two stay out there after a drink? And that's a huge sip. Over to the Hilton review system. 3 reds, no doubt at all. And up goes the finger. When it has to be absolutely plumb, it matters where you stay.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome back to the pitch for this afternoon our umpires, Hassan Adnan and Amy Clark. Please welcome back to the pitch the opening batters for our opposition the afternoon, the Southern Vipers. And Emirates Old Trafford, please welcome back to the pitch, Lancashire Thunder.
Right, so it's 86 to win for the Vipers, which should be well within their reach. But we'll see. You never know until both sides have a little bat on this and we see how things progress. But it should be well within their reach, with a bit of power to come. But there's a couple of England internationals that might have something to say about this, and one of them's that. One of them's on screen right now, Kate Cross, who's going to open up the bowling. We'll see Sophie Eccleston probably into the attack pretty early, because Thunder, well, they need wickets, Alison, and they need plenty of them in the first 3, 4, 5, 6 overs, really.
Yes, they will. Of course, we've got Cross at one end, but I also think Tara Norris will have a big part to play in this attempt at bowling them out, because let's face it, they're going to have to bowl them out, I feel, to achieve a victory here. So, yeah, should be interesting.
So here we go. We'll see whether Cross can make some early inroads, not on strike. 86 to win for Thunder. And the Vipers, in pursuit of that 86, are underway straight away, driven away by Knott through the covers, and it's 4 off the first ball, which is just about the perfect start for Vipers.
It is, and that's a real gut-wrenching blow for Thunder in the first ball. They'd have hoped that to have kept a really tight first over. Same thing happened against the Blaze on Saturday. Tammy Beaumont hit the first ball for 4. Well, it's really demoralising, but Crossy's the one to come back from this. If any of the bowlers can, Crossy can.
And come with a slip in place, and that's right, understandable as well. So 4 without loss. Here comes Cross in and bowls. Let's push back towards it, and there's no run.
Yeah, great recovery from Kate Cross. As I suspected, right on the money, just what they needed. So score remains on 4. Crossy's going to come in for her third over, third ball of the over. To the Australian Knott. Strides in purposefully. Oh, and that was so close to the outside edge from Cross. Great take from Thelkelt. Great recovery this after a hammer blow of being hit for 4 off the first ball. She bowled 2 really excellent balls. Yeah, first slip, and keeper enjoyed that one. Eccleston at slip. Thelkelt the keeper. In comes Cross. And it's driven firmly into the covers again. Not quite going to hit the boundary this time. They're pushing hard for 2. There's a sliding stop on their cover boundary. 2 runs to the score. 6 from the over so far from Cross. But encouraging signs, Paul, from Cross. He's got a couple of pearlers.
Absolutely. Good afternoon, everyone. Just watching Kate Cross, see if she can nip out a couple early wickets.
Slightly down leg on that occasion, but it's quickly swept up by keeper Thelkelt, and there's no run. Off the pad.
And this is what Thunder will have chatted around in the interval about bowling wicket to wicket, really tight lines and lengths, building pressure, and see if we can get a couple of early wickets in this power play.
Cross is in again, slightly leg side, and they're scampering through for a quick single down to fine leg. Sophie Morris couldn't quite get it off quickly enough to prevent the run. And after the first over here at Emirates Old Trafford, in Vipers' attempt to chase down Thunder's relatively low total, they are 7 off the first over.
And Vipers have got a really good opening pair in Elwes, the experienced former England player, and the Australian overseas Knott, who's already done a fantastic job with the ball, and she started the innings well also with the bat. Both good players, and it'd be interesting to see how Tara Norris, of course, the former Vipers player who we signed a couple of years ago from the Vipers, how she bowls today. We know in recent games she swung the ball back into the right-handed batter, so that's something she'll be looking to do today, and utilise any help that there is actually in in the pitch. But what I would say, Alison, is there's no time to bowl a poor ball. She's going to have to start really well, as she did against the Central Sparks just a few games ago, with that deadly in-swing, 2 early wickets. Both top order batters bowled there, and that's what she'll be hoping for today. She comes in to bowl the first ball.
Yeah, in she comes. A little bit wide, and it's got the treatment from Knott. It's gone to the cover boundary off the back foot, and just what you had not requested, Mr. Shaw.
Exactly, yeah. It's short and wide, isn't it, which has enabled the batter, if you like, to rock back, free her arms, and work the ball through the offside for a well-timed 4 runs from the Australian overseas Knott.
And of course, we're obviously still in the power play. There's no sweeper on that boundary as yet. 2 on the leg.
It's better.
Much better, Paul. Yeah, and you know, in the old days, that forward defensive was the first shot we learnt. Now you just it's see ball, hit ball, isn't it? But yeah, underrated. She's just scored a 4. Doesn't need to rush. Low total to chase.
And that's just the area for a Norris to bowl, to allow the ball to swing, and if not, it's still in line with the stump. So again, it brings all dismissals into play, makes it that bit more challenging for the batter.
Norris, and again, she's pulled that one through mid-wicket. Easy as you like. She's making it look so easy out there. What a quality young player she is, Charlie Knox. Haven't seen her play in the flesh before, but goodness me, she's got it all, hasn't she?
Very good young player. She's picked the length. That's always a good sign of good players, actually. They pick the length really, really quickly, and she picked the length. She rocked back. It wasn't that short, but she rocked back, got on top of the bounce, and hit the ball very hard and firmly through the mid-wicket vacant area on the boundary.
Yeah, so we're only into the second over. Vipers on 15, 14 of them from Knott. What can Norris do in return? Good response. Knott's just pushed that defensive prod towards mid-on for no run.
And again, that's exactly the area to bowl. We talk about bringing all dismissals into play, but she's done that again. And it's a very difficult ball, a very difficult line and length to score off, isn't it, that?
It really is.
Keep building pressure, keep hitting that area as long as you possibly can. If there is any help in the pitch, it just might nip off the seam or just swing late in the air.
And she's pulled it again, picked up the line and the length really well. Out towards the square leg boundary, just the 1 run on this occasion, brings Elvis onto strike. She's taking guard there. I think she's taking middle guard there, Paul, from my angle. What's it look like from your angle?
I think it is middle.
Yeah.
Although I have to say, Alison, at the ripe old age of 51, my eyes sometimes fail me.
Your eyes fail you. Okay, I'm saying nothing about age at this point. Because Norris, Elvis on strike. Leg side, it's got to be wide. Well taken from Threlkeld there. Really, really good quick hands. We've been blessed with the keepers on the show today.
This is an excellent piece of wicket keeping, isn't it, by Threlkeld, as she skips across to the leg side, takes the wide beautifully, and still has the posture and positioning and quick hands to get back in and whip those bails off. As you say, Alison, we've had 2 outstanding keepers today, one currently in action and not also in action this time, but with the bat.
A little bit wider from Norris, and that's well taken at point, bounced awkwardly in front of the point fielder. And at the end of the second over, dare I say it, Vipers are already at 17 for the loss of no wicket, which compared to Thunder, they were on 11, but they'd already lost a wicket, so they're ahead of the game already.
Yeah, absolutely. They've made a good start, and Thunder will be slightly disappointed that they have not been able to be as consistent as they would like with the lines and lengths that they've bowled. But going back to the 2 wicket keepers on Shirley, Threlkeld, currently with the gloves on, the Thunder captain, is developed as a keeper over the last few years, and he's still getting better. She's a wonderful keeper, really good individual, and we've seen Charlie Knott. We've seen Southby today keep extremely well. Some of the stumpings she's taken today, collection of balls has been absolutely fantastic. So it's 2 high quality on show today.
So cross again. She's moved her feet on this occasion. Smacked that through the point boundary for 4. What a shot. I was just thinking, I wonder if Threlkelt's going to stand up to Crossy, and I wonder if she'll consider it now she's seen that forward foot movement. Great shot.
Yeah, she's come down the pitch there, hasn't she? She's come down the pitch, not come down the pitch so that Cross can't settle into her normal length for the ball to nip off the pitch or even swing late in the air. So she's taking that risk for her out of the game. So she's looking to get into the ball and take away one of Cross's main weapons of swing.
This is interesting. Eccleston's been sent by Threlkelt to go and deliver a message up to her mate Crossy at the other end. And she's going to have to jog all the way back. Eventually. There you go. Yeah, changing the field. They're moving Sophie Morris down into third. Charlie Knott's just eyeing up the leg side boundary there. There's nobody at fine leg. There's a deep square. Everyone else is in the circle, apart from the deep third and the deep square. Strong offside field. In comes Cross. Nice straight delivery. Or bowled.
Yeah,
No
that's well bowled and well played. The ball just running into round about middle and off stump there. 3/4 of the way up the stumps, that will probably have hit, and then Knott plays it with a full face back down the ground. It's actually good cricket, that, from both parties.
Cross in again. Bit of effort in that one, and there's a long chase round there of the cow corner. What a great sliding stop. Saved 2 runs down there. Is that Danielle Collins?
Great bit of work there.
Yes, very good. Yeah, that's her usual posting in the deep. Score moves on to 23 for loss of no wicket.
Yeah, Danny's covered some grounds there as Danny Collins. Nice slide, collection of the ball and throw in over the stumps, which is superb. But a nice shot again there by Knott.
Bit shorter from Cross. Knott was down the wicket. Crossy dropped it a bit shorter. Good bowling. The wise head on display. Knott seems to lack fear at this point. Full of confidence.
I just think I've seen Sophie Eccleston warming up. I think I have there at first slip. So I think she'll be entering the fold very, very soon.
They can't leave it too late, can Lancashire Thunder. If they're going to take wickets, they need to try and get them, 1 or 2 in the power play. Down the leg, pitch drops short of Danielle Collins, a deep mid wicket, just for 1 run. 24 for no wicket. Eccleston's on a mission to talk to Crossy again. She's been kept busy. Quicker to send a pigeon, wouldn't it? It's paper arrow.
Elvis due to face only a second ball of this.
Well, it shows you how much Knott has dominated proceedings today. Yeah, it really does. Elvis is no slouch with the bat. Top scorer for the Vipers this season in this contest. Beautifully played down to third. There was absolutely no rush, and that was an elegant, elegant shot from Elvis for a single. Making sure she gets some of the strike at the end of that over. And into the third over, it's 25 for no wicket. And look at that run rate, Paul, 8.33. Goodness. They're going at some, excuse the pun, they're going at a rate of knots here.
Very good, very good. They certainly are. Made a really good start to this run chase, of course. Only requiring 86 today here at Emirates Old Trafford. Thunder struggled in their batting innings and set a target of 86. And Vipers have got the foot down through Knott, chasing down this total with a score on 25 for none. Of 3 overs. Of course, 3 overs left in the power play, so fielding restrictions still apply for those remaining 3 overs. But it's pleasing to see, I think, for the Lancashire Thunder faithful, the introduction of Sophie Eccleston, the high quality left arm spinner of Thunder and of course of England too.
So Let's have a look at the field placements. Sophie Eccleston has positioned herself a boundary rider at deep mid-wicket. Another one in the covers. She's bravely put in a slip. I think that's necessary if you're going to take wickets. And then a 3-3 in the ring. And Sophie's been very particular about who she wants in which part of the ring. Good attention to detail. It's important to have the right people in the right place, especially when you're defending a very, tiny in comparison target compared to a lot of other scores we've seen this season. Flags are still blowing in the background. In comes Eccleston, left arm round the wicket. And Elvis has sensibly just defended that one. A no run.
It'll be interesting just how much turn Eccleston gets today.
It's a lovely shot through the covers. Elvis showing her class, 1 run. Well fielded again from Danielle Collins.
We saw in the Thunder batting innings that the ball did spin. There's a little bit of bounce there if you really put revs on the ball. So Eccleston's known for really spinning the ball.
Oof, and as you said that, she's beaten the outside edge of Elvis's bat. Lots of oohs and ahs from the fielders. But it will just go down as a dot ball in the scorebook. 26 for naught at this point. All bowled. Confident drive. That's a really good stop. Really good stop because nobody behind Norris there. She saved 3 runs there. Is it Norris? Yeah.
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 Good cricket there. Good delivery. Good batting and really good fielding from Tara Norris. I think that's a better pace. I think if you just take a little bit of pace off, it might just grip on this pitch. We know there's a little bit more grass on the pitch. If it just grips the seam, it just might go.
Oh, and again, forward defensive. Eccleston's famously good at putting the occasional spearing faster ball into the feet of the batters, though, isn't she? 27 for no run. Sorry, no run, I wish it was. It's 27 runs for no wicket after 4 overs. Elvis is just taking a breather from wearing the helmet, having a look round, having a chat with her batting partner. I think it might be a problem with the grill there, potentially, but she's just the way she's handling it. But they've got to be happy, these two, with this start. At this rate, they're well on course for a bonus point, which will be helpful if they do succeed in getting this total.
Talking about Sophie Eccleston and qualities that she brings, when she's at her best, she just varies that flight a little bit, varies the pace, so then the ball that she bowls quicker then becomes the weapon. And she occasionally uses the angle of the crease as well, a top performer, and Lancashire Thunder will need her at her ultimate best today to see if they can turn this game around, which seems to be just ebbing away from them at the moment.
As we see a change of bowler from the Jimmy Anderson, and it's Phoebe Graham, right-handed bowler. Oh, and again, Charlie Knott is playing a quality innings here. It's a really lovely stroke through the covers. Beautiful. 4 runs. Calm as you like.
Yeah, again, it's just slightly over-pitched, isn't it, from Phoebe Graham, and Knott picks the length and calm for a really well-timed 4 runs.
Beautiful shot, quality. Yeah, she's definitely one to look out for in the future for this Australian team moving forward. Yeah, she's got everything, hasn't she?
Yeah, good young player. Pretty good in the field. Obviously, we've seen her perform well with the ball today, haven't we? And of course, now with the bat currently.
Well, there's a good attacking move there. They've put somebody under her eyes, and it's short. Oof. Took a swipe of that one though, wasn't far off. Somebody in its short cover there just to get her in her eye a little bit.
Yeah, they've put Fee Morris in there. That's got a really good pair of hands, reacts quick in the field, and as you say there, Alison, being in the eye line of the batter not might just cause a few challenges for her. And the drive that went through the covers before she timed it really well, it was slightly on the up. So maybe that's what they've noticed.
It's that one off the back foot this time, Charlie, not Rock's back, and it's gone straight through to the point boundary. Oh, she's racing away, isn't she? Racing away.
Yeah, again, she picks length really well. Rocks back, times it way off the back foot past the diving outstretched arms of Emma Lamb at backward point as the ball runs nicely towards the boundary for an extremely well-timed 4 runs, 35 for none.
Yes, and we're only into the 5th over, so the comparison is stark. Are you ready for this? The end of the 5th over, Thunder were 24 for 4, and that tells the story of the match, really.
Yeah, it is a difficult place to bounce back from when you're losing the amount of wickets that Thunder did in the power play. It makes it difficult then to actually form a total or put together a...
Threlkeld is, you know, moving her field around. She's trying a few things here. She brought Morris in. Put the fine leg back. That's uppish. Oh, that was very close to Seren Smale there in the covers. And after a long chase, it's gone for 4 again. But that was close to the fielder, Paul. So
it was, and Seren Smale in the field there looked like she was going to pull out a full stretch dive, didn't it? But didn't quite. More of a tennis smash shot, that wasn't it, with the bouncer that she got. But nothing's holding Knott back at the moment. That's another 4 runs to the total. And puts Knott on 35 off 22. Scores on 39 for none off just 4.4 overs of the power play. Of course, 1.2 overs still to go in this power play. Run rate, interestingly enough, which you mentioned, Alison, a few minutes ago, it's 8.36. That's a current run rate that is being achieved. Run rate required 3.07.
I think one of these two ladies might have hot dates tonight at this rate. They seem in a bit of a hurry, don't they? Get back down south.
Either than that, or they're going to watch the highlights of this game pretty quick.
Scott's laughing in the background. What are you laughing at? I was young once.
Oh,
dear.
Oh.
We've jinxed her. Oh, it's a no ball. I don't believe it. Don't believe it. What a great ball from Phoebe Graham. I think she's just overstrained there as she's in her efforts to take something out of this game. And that gives the Vipers a free hit, just to add insult to injury.
Oh, it was a dangerous
Come on, Phoebe,
knot.
you've done it once. You can do it again. She looks suitably disgruntled. So that takes the score up to 40 with the extra run for the no ball. Umpires are in discussion here. I wonder what that's about. Wish I could lip read from a distance.
Just checking something out there.
Yeah, just checking something. Oh, what does that mean, Paul?
I'm not sure what they just signalled there.
No, I'm not.
I'm not
Any
sure.
ideas, Scotty? Oh, free hit still.
Free hit.
Definitely. 4 byes because? Oh, we'll find out. We'll get Scott. Off you go and investigate, please. Anyway, what we do know is the score is officially on 44 for 0, or 4.4 overs, a bit of symmetry in that. Phoebe Graham's coming in to bowl this ball. It is a free hit, of course. You can... can't get out. Oh, and she says it for 4. Completing the symmetry. 44 for 4 now becomes 44 for 4, 48 off 4.5 overs. There's a little bit of confusion out there and up here in the commentary box. Apologies for that, but the score is definitely 48 for the loss of no wicket, with 1 more ball to come in this over. And there's a little trio of players having a conflab there as to their next plan. Oh dear.
Just looking at the run rate here on our screen, which shows the differences, and it's the wickets that kill you, isn't it? Wickets that kill you, and that's unfortunate for Thunder. But the Vipers are going full speed ahead at the moment, and Charlie Knott is in exhilarating form as she times the ball to all parts of this Old Trafford ground.
Last ball of the over. And it's a good one. There's an appeal. It must have wrapped the pads at some point. Umpire not interested. Umpire Amy Clark gives her jumper back to Phoebe Graham for disappointing over for her. You know, she thought she had a wicket. She didn't. She gets whacked for the free hit for 4. So at the end of the 5th over, Vipers are moving smoothly on to 49.
It looked like a good LBW appeal, that, didn't it? I'm just wondering whether it was just an inside edge onto that, or whether the height was a
yeah,
was
I
a
thought
challenge.
maybe height, but it's always harder to see from a TV screen than in reality when you're right up close. Knott continues on her merry way to face Eccleston in this, the 6th over. And Knott's gone aerial. She's gone right over the top of Phoebe Graham's head. She smacked that one for 4 over long on. That's a 50 up for Vipers in super quick time. Eccleston's moved Graham back onto the boundary, and she's brought in the cover boundary into the ring. That's Erin Smale making her way forwards. There's now 2 on the leg side. Of course, this is still in the power play, where they're only allowed 2 fielders outside of that ring. She's gone to the leg side this occasion, just for a single. It's almost a failure.
Yeah, Knott's playing beautifully, isn't she?
Yeah.
Another great shot there. She come down the pitch and hit the ball over the infield, and then just rocked back and has played a nice sweep shot for 1 run off Sophie Eccleston.
And
so
again, they're tiddling with the field here. Smale's gone back on the point boundary, brought in the fielder in the ring on the long on position. Nice bowling, and again they've taken a quick single, very quick single. And Elvis got a smack in the car for her trouble. Sophie Eccleston gives a little pat on the shoulder as if to apologise. And changing the field every single at this point. Different field for different batters. Bit wider, and she's tempted her in. What a great piece of bowling from Eccleston. How clever. Wider ball, and Knott fell for the trap, and Eccleston gratefully received the stumping opportunity. What a great piece of bowling that was, Paul.
excellent piece of bowling from Eccleston. Bowled a little bit quicker, a little bit wider, and wonderful bit of keeping by the captain, Ellie Threlkeld.
Yeah.
Great hands, great positioning, and calmly whipped off those bails. And that's the first wicket for Thunder.
45 of 28. What a little innings that was. Well played, Charlie Knott. She's getting a really good round from the crowd, applause from the crowd and from her teammates. Well deserved, but super cricket from Eccleston and Threlkeld. Super. Going to need a bit more of that.
Just looking at Knott's innings, 9 boundaries in that 45 of 28 deliveries. A fantastic knock. And relatively low risk, high reward cricket. Just picked length really well, got forward, got back, and put the bad ball away and played beautifully. And more importantly, got the Vipers up to a very good start. Just a reminder of the score: 55 for 1 off 5.4 overs.
Eccleston into new bat, McGacken. No slouch with the bat. Dot ball for first delivery faced. And there's only one fielder outside the ring now for the new bat. Gone for reverse lead. That's close to LBW, and she's given it. Well bowled. Thinks that there was no need to play that shot at this point.
No, exactly. It's the type of ball that you look to punch down the ground, but as we know, the reverse sweep's a premeditated shot. So that was in her mind, and that's a shot she chose to play. But I think here she'd have been better off just punching that down the ground, or even a forward defensive, because there's no rush in this game at this point
Absolutely
in time for Vipers.
Whatsoever.
But
she's running off. She's not happy with herself. But that brings our smiley skipper to the crease, Georgia Adams. Quick chat with Georgia Elvis. I can't see George Adams going for a reverse sweep on the second ball, Paul. I think she's a very steady, sensible player. Great head on her shoulders. But a great attitude as well. Positive attitude, positive player.
Great credit to Eccleston there, because what she's done, she's used the angle of the crease again and just run that ball into middle stump. It's just gone straight on with the arm, hitting the batter absolutely plumb in front of all three, really.
Yeah, it was a quality delivery, and we've seen a lot of quality deliveries from Eccleston over the years. We've been blessed. She could do with a few more here.
Yeah, for sure.
Now, this is interesting. We've got the other left arm spinner coming into play. Got the two Sophies on at once. Next side by side. They train a lot together, these two. Eccleston's been passing on a lot of tips over to young Sophie, as opposed to, I was going to say old Sophie then, but she's not even 23, 23, 24, if that. 23, I think she is.
23,
is that right? Yeah. So she's only 3 years older than young Sophie. Good time for Norris to be brought in, actually. We've seen already that spin has been taken quite well in this match. Another left arm spinner. Different style, of course, to Eccleston, and her first ball is a decent one, and it's fielded in the covers by Seren Smale for no run. Good start. She's got a couple of boundary feeders on the leg side, and as I say that, it's been punched into the offside boundary for 4. Lovely shot.
Yeah, good shot, but there's too much width, isn't there?
Yeah.
There's too much width. Where if she uses the angle and runs the ball into the leg stump and lets it grip and go on to middle, then she's in the game. And she would encourage then the batter play across the line of the ball, as opposed to be able to just rock back and use your arms.
Yeah, and it's good captaincy from Elwes. Excuse me, Threlkeld. That was good batting from Elwes. Again, you've just pinpointed it a little bit wider. Not quite a boundary strike on that occasion, but another easy single.
She's got to be tighter to the stumps, hasn't she? She's got to bowl real tight lines here.
Brings Adams on strike. Through her bowling stint. Younger Sophie, I should say. Not, she wouldn't be mentoring herself, clearly. Sophie Morris into Adams for Adams' first delivery. And that's it's a full toss. Is she going to get a wicket with a full toss? We were talking about this last week. Just the single to Danielle Collins out on that boundary rider post that we're so accustomed to seeing her in. Bringing Elvis back on strike. 61 for 2 the score. Nearly at the end of the 7th over. 2 balls remain. Morris, oh, it's quality from Elvis. She just placed it. She just dropped her bat into a gap. Through the covers, easy single. Smale's been kept busy at the moment. Last ball of the over for Sophie Morris. Off the back foot, no run. And at the end of the 7th over, it's 65 for 2.
Yes, Vipers are going really well in this game at the moment. We know that they've lost 2 wickets in the over previous through Sophie Eccleston's deliveries, but at 62 for 2 off 7 overs. Of course, there's 13 overs left. There's much time in which to win these games, and they've got the experienced Adams and Elwes currently at the crease. Both, as we say, experienced players. But what we do have, which is really pleasing for Thunder, is the bowling partnership of Eccleston and Morris, the 2 left-arm spinners. The one, young Morris, the inexperienced, developing left-arm spinner, and of course Sophie Eccleston, the international world-class performer. So let's see if this partnership works well.
Oh, that was a great ball. Elwes did well to defend that, didn't she? It's just what you want from your strike bowler. Elwes is just quality, though, isn't she? She's not being pushed into any you know, rash decisions. Just dabs that down to fine leg. It's a very sharp single. Adams was quick off the mark there. It's a leg by.
And in the context of this game, I think it's 23 runs now needed from 76 deliveries.
Oh,
just
okay.
23 runs, which is a run rate required of 1.82 as the Vipers try and chase down 86.
Yeah, I think at this point, though, Thunder have just got to stay positive and just see how deep they can make this game go. They've got a lot of games left in this contest. We're only halfway through the competition as yet. What they don't want is this to really demoralise them for the rest of the season. They end the game on a positive, taking it through to the next game, which I believe is in 3 days' time up in Blackpool. It's a big strike to deep mid-wicket. It's gone for 4. Lovely shot from the skipper, Georgia Adams.
Yeah, great shot from Adams. The ball's just slightly over pitch. Adam gets into the ball and just flicks that ball, goes with the ball, if you like, over mid-on for a really well-timed 4 runs. Score is 67 for 2 off 7.4 overs. Just 19 required.
That's a good stop from Smale. And they're still going to scamper through for a single because they're still taking these scoring opportunities. Our Vipers.
I think you made a really good point, an important point there, Alison, about taking the game deep. Take it as deep as you possibly can, and that's, for me, that's a really important point.
Got to.
You can easily lose the game at this stage of the game, and body language goes, everything goes, but actually stay in the game for as long as you can. All of a sudden you get a couple of wickets. Even if you don't win the game, it gives you momentum into the next game, doesn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. You don't want your last memory to be a demoralising one.
No.
You know, you might lose the game, you might have been beaten by a lot, but, you know, you're still in the game if you've got a bit of fight and you can show that you can take wickets in crucial situations. You've got to take something from the game, is what I'm trying to say in a very long-winded way. Apologies, everybody. Yeah, take something from the game. So, 68 for 2 at the end of the 8th over. As you can see, yeah, run rate is 1.5. Sophie Morris into ball from the Jimmy Anderson end. A little bit leg side. Adams quite gratefully flicks it down to fine leg for a simple single. 69 for 2. Elvis on strike, taps the ground in front of her. Still fairly attacking field. And she's placed it again to that cover boundary player, Seren Smale, for a single.
With the field set as it's set, if you're bowling short outside the off stump, it's just bread and butter, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's just so easy just to work away with no risk at all. And
she struck that firmly. That's really quickly fielded. She had to scamper through for that single, did Adams. It's a long out to mid-on.
So far, it's been a very impressive performance from the Vipers, hasn't it? With both with ball in the field also and with bat.
Oh, that's a better line. Big appeal. Much better line from young Morris.
My instinct is saying that the batter Elvis has just got outside the line of that delivery.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Just outside the line of off stump.
Looking to play it to leg. Oh, and again. Yes, this time it's been given. Well bowled. You called it, didn't you? Bowl it a bit straighter.
And that's my point. Whenever you do that, the ball runs on. He just grips slightly. You miss the ball. LBW bowled and stumped or even caught behinds in the game, isn't it?
Yeah.
And sometimes in cricket, well, often it's playing the percentages. Use the angle, run the ball in.
Yeah.
You know, batter makes mistake.
That's a good morale booster for the Thunder in this tricky situation. Very good from Morris. Yeah, she's learnt something from all those balls that were slightly on the off. She's dragged it in, dragged her in and set the trap. So very well played. And then new batter coming in, whose name I don't know yet. because the scoreboard hasn't told me and she hasn't turned around.
Charlie Dean, I think
Charlie Dean. Yeah, Charlie Dean in international. Decent bat, very decent bat.
The other thing to mention for Sophie Morris is she's just got the big wicket. As a young player, she's just got the big wicket of Georgia Elwes, the former England player, the experienced player. So that's a,
yeah,
you know, that's a good feather in the cap as such, isn't it?
It is, yeah.
Just give her a little bit of confidence.
And she comes again. Morris, nice straight ball again. She's got that line going again. And that's a really encouraging over from Sophie Morris. At the end of that over, the 9th over, the score is 71 for 3, having Vipers having just lost Elvis, as we just said. Thunder are faced with the prospect of Charlie Dean to bowl to.
Yeah,
she's played well for England, Dean, hasn't she, over the last couple of seasons?
Yeah, she's developing, certainly as a spin bowler, she's developing the craft and art of spin. And I think she's also a useful batter in that middle order. So her job here is clearly to finish the game, isn't it? I think
England actually do see her more as an all-rounder these days and purely as a spin bowler, and you can see why with some of the quality of the shots she's been playing over the last couple of seasons. Eccleston to continue from the Brian Statham end. First ball, that's been cut towards a point, neatly picked up for no run. Adams is on strike. Dean is our end, so to speak. Still a fairly tight field, second ball, and she's lofted it as we speak about that tight field over the head of Phoebe Grain to long off. And Lanky, as I think he might well have done a bit of fielding there, only the trouble is he was behind the boundary. Not very good, Lanky. You can get in front of the boundary next time, my friend. Yep, 4 runs, takes them on to 75.
Good shot there from the skipper, Adams.
Beg your pardon, that was Norris, I think she hit over. Played off the legs into mid-wicket. 1 run on its way. They're looking for 2, and sensibly Dean has sent her skipper back there, because I don't think there was 2 runs on offer. And we say goodbye to Mr. Paul Shaw, former coach of the Lancashire Thunder, of course, and into the commentary box, shuffling his way towards me, is Mr. Scott Reed. Hello, Scott.
Good afternoon.
Eccleston in, cuts it back, and that's going to run away down the ground for 4 runs. What a lovely shot. Great shot from the Vipers there. Deed's first 4 of the day. 80 for 3. Don't need many now, Scott. He snuck in just in time by the looks of it.
Paul is required downstairs.
Yep.
With pitch side for some closer play thoughts.
But Thunder have maintained this attacking field. They've got no choice, really. They need to try and get a few wickets out of this match, if nothing else. Fielded at slip on that occasion.
They've managed to run chase really well, haven't they?
Oh, beautifully.
Yep.
I don't think they could have done it any better, really. It looks a tiny blip of the wicket of McGackin, but other than that.
Yep.
Oh, that's going to be close. No. Good single run, though. Leg by on signalled, was it?
I think a little bit of bat on that. Yeah,
maybe a bit of bat, bit of pad. And it's the end of the over. It's 81 for 3 off 10.
And this search for a win for Thunder against the Vipers
continues.
Continues, isn't it?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, definitely bat on that one.
This will be match number 10. That's in both Rachel Hayofland and Charlotte Edwards Cup. Without a win for Thunder against the Vipers.
And it doesn't seem to matter what team combination they put out. England players, no England players, doesn't matter. Vipers seem to just always put it out of the bag against the Thunder, don't they?
They do, yeah. They tend to find a way of winning matches, and to be fair, the pressure's on here for Vipers, back-to-back champions of this competition, and out of the top 4 positions at this coming into this fixture. So Little like for Thunder, this was a game where Vipers are kind of almost must-win territory, really, isn't it? And they've did that pretty emphatically.
So, change of bowler coming in from the Jimmy Anderson stand there. We've got Kate Cross. Steaming in, she won't be happy. It's dabbed down to short mid-wicket for no run. Of course, Vipers were the team that knocked out Thunder from the semi-final of this competition last season on finals day. So they've been a right old thorn in the side, haven't they?
Yeah, they have.
There's a song there as well, if you wanted to go there, Scott. Second ball, she's dropped it short. Oh dear. Edged it down behind the keeper, really backstop position almost. This time it is Phoebe Graham whose field had to chase round and field that one.
Kind of a top pace, that wasn't it?
Yeah.
Went to try and pull it, but there's just a little bit of pace off Cross and just dropped it a little short. Top edge loops over the keeper.
2 for Dean, 83 for 3. Edging closer the Vipers. Of course, Cross will want to keep them there as long as possible. And she comes. Again, it's short. This time she's controlled it a lot better out to the square leg boundary. Collins is quickly in. Sharp throw into the keeper. One bounce. Perfect fielding from Collins.
Well, they've got a bit of a road trip, haven't they? The Thunder. So their final game here. They've got matches at Blackpool and Southport as well coming up. And a bit of pressure on the fixtures coming up to try and find some wins and get back into a winning form and try and sneak into that top 4.
Cross in again. Fuller this time. She's just taking that off her thigh down to fine leg. As Dean. 85 for 3 the score. Brings Dean on strike.
And back in action on Sunday. Next Sunday. At Blackpool, 1 o'clock start. So if you're in around the area over the course of the weekend on Sunday, get yourself to Blackpool, 1 PM start for Thunder against the Sunrisers.
Cross has put everybody in now. Absolutely no point having a boundary rider when they only need singles. Cross to Dean. Fuller. Dean's just prodded it into a gap and took a nice... And there you go. That is it from Dean. That is it from Thunder. An absolutely stonking victory for Vipers. Really good bowling, backed up by excellent fielding. Disappointment for Thunder. I think they'll feel that their batting has perhaps let them down a little bit this afternoon. But you cannot fault the formidable performance from the Southern Vipers on this occasion. Thoroughly deserving of their victory today. And Dean is there being congratulated by Emma Lamb, who didn't really see much of the game today at all, did she, unfortunately, Scott?
Yeah.
But some fantastic bowling from Vipers, backed up by what was an incredible little innings from Charlie Knott, and backed up by Elvis and Adams. So congratulations to the Vipers, who will obviously overtake the Thunder in their quest for the Charlotte Edwards Trophy, moving them down the peg in order. So they've got some work to do, Scott.
They have, yeah. It's been a really impressive all-round performance, wasn't it? It started beautifully in the power play. Lancashire Thunder losing wickets, 3 wickets for Smith, 3 for Knott, 2 for Davis, 1 for Dean and Adams. Just never ever got going, Lancashire Thunder, really. Couldn't get any kind of partnership together. 85, even though he's at halfway stage, you're never quite sure till both sides batted, but in truth, it was never ever going to be enough, was it?
Well, for me, the game was over after 4 overs almost. 24 for 4 off 5 overs.
Yeah.
It's a long way back from that.
Yeah. It is. So the players are shaking hands. Well played, Southern Vipers. A strong side, back-to-back champions of this competition and back to winning ways here at Emirates Old Trafford. Good performance. They're beaten Lancashire Thunder by 7 wickets. We can head pitch side now. We can hear from Fraser.
Disappointing afternoon as far as the Thunder are concerned. Paul, you were watching that all the way through. Just really disappointing, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was really from ball one. They lost early wickets in the power play, did the Thunder, didn't they, when they in their dig, and then second innings, Vipers started really well, got a beautiful 45 off 28 balls, played fantastic. Yeah, and things didn't go their way. They'd be really disappointed with the batting performance, but they would have hoped that they could have got early wickets in that power play. Unfortunately, that wasn't to be the case, and Vipers, I think, today have just shown their ability to win games of cricket like this without their England players. You know, they only had Charlie Dean, one of the England players. The other England players that's normally with them weren't there today. So they've also shown their depth and potential that's beginning to come through as well. Yeah, the damage done largely, I guess, in the batting, wasn't it? Just nobody was able to really get a foothold or get a handle on the game at all, really, were they, from a batting perspective? Yeah, and in that batting innings, once you're 4 down in a power play, it's really difficult to come back from then. You always try and consolidate, build partnerships, as we talk about in the comms box all the time. But it's not as easy as as we make it sound. So Thunder really struggled in that batting innings, and real credit to Vipers. I thought they bowled really, really well. I thought they fielded exceptional, and the 4 spin bowlers did an incredible job in that first innings, and that's really what's caused Thunder the problems that they've had today. I suppose we had to expect that the Vipers sooner or later would probably click into gear a bit more. They've not done particularly well so far in this competition, but when you're the holders of the trophy going into a competition at the start of it, you want to be defending it as well as you possibly can. Absolutely, and I think, credit to them, as said before, that they're showing that they've got real depth and a real maturity, and led really well by Charlotte Edwards, the former England captain, and she's got an incredible record here with the Vipers. So yeah, well played to them. Very resilient team. They've shown that they've got some good youngsters coming through, and a really good bowling unit, fielding unit, and I tell you what, they've batted superbly well today to chase down that small total of 86. Thunder still have got a couple of victories in this competition so far. How do they now go about trying to build on that and trying to find some positivity going into the second half of the stage of this competition? Yeah, well, they'll need to dust themselves down pretty quickly after today. I think they'll review probably tomorrow, maybe tonight, tomorrow, brush themselves down, get back into training and look to play a really positive brand of cricket, but also perhaps play the situations a little better, because that's key. We always want to play positive cricket. Every coach wants to do that and show good character and determination. You also have to read situations and play situations, and I think Thunder could do that just perhaps a little bit better. It's the same problem that they've had in losing some of the games so far, isn't it? Just not able to put enough good quality periods together for long enough throughout a game. Yeah, and I'm sure if you spoke to Chris Reed, their head coach, he would talk about the importance of consistency throughout the 3 phases of the game. And that's something that they'll be working towards. And I still think, playing a positive brand of cricket is the right thing to do for sure. But play the situations a little bit better. We have character players and we have situational players. Even the character players need to be able to play situations well. And to be fair to the Vipers, that's what they've done extremely well today. I think we've got a bit of a break now between now and the next game. I think it's next Sunday at Blackpool when Thunder come back for the next match in this competition. What needs to happen in between now and then? I think a couple of days off, dust themselves down, then work really smart on the areas that they want to improve, which is playing situations, shot selection, those types of things, and then take it on the road to Blackpool, which is always really well supported setup, isn't it, at Blackpool? It's great ground, great club ground, and support Lancashire Thunder really, really well. And of course, we had a fantastic victory there last year in this same competition against the Diamonds, which enabled us to go through to the finals day in the Charlotte Edwards Cup. So hopefully there can be a repeat of that this coming Sunday. I'm going to say they left it late last year, didn't they, to eventually get through to finals day. Do you think there's still a possibility of something similar to that happening? Yeah, never say never. I think they're still in with a shout. They just need to string a couple of results together, play some positive cricket, and hopefully put themselves in a really good position to reach finals day. Well, Paul, thanks very much indeed for joining me. Much appreciated. Disappointing afternoon as far as the Thunder are concerned, a 7-wicket defeat, but still loads to look forward to as far as the rest of the day is concerned, because the men's team, the Lightning, are up against the Birmingham Bears. It's the second of a double-header here at Emirates Old Trafford. That one kicking off at 6:30, but we're on air from 6 o'clock, so join us a little bit later on. Don't forget, get involved on our social channels. Tell us what you thought of the performance today, how much you're enjoying the experience here at Emirates Old Trafford, or what your thoughts are on how the game is going to go for this evening. Do you think the men have got a good chance of winning against the Bears tonight? Absolutely. I think the Bears are a good side, mine, and they're in good form, but I'm really looking forward to an exciting game this evening. And a lot of Lancashire flavour about that Bears team as well, with some old faces coming back as well. Yeah. Yeah, so it'd be interesting, won't it? It adds a little bit of spice to the occasion, doesn't it? But I think there'll be a few in here tonight, under floodlights. It's a special place to be in, and really looking forward to that game. We are indeed. If it's anything like the previous games here at Emirates Old Trafford, it should be a cracker. So join us for that a little bit later on. But for now, from myself, Paul, and all the team here, thanks for joining us. We'll see you again soon.
Welcome to Canada Dubai. Here's your key.
Thank you. Let me help you with the bags.
Nice room.
How's that? How's that?
How's that?
This is a call for hungry dreamers. and hard-working self-believers. Success is down to more than just luck and talent. It's striving to be the best, breaking the boundaries and never giving up. Are you ready to become your best self? Are you ready to unlock your greatness? So what are you waiting for? This is Education Evolved. This is UA 9.
Hi, I'm Keaton and this is Luke. We are the giraffe opening pair at Lancashire Cricket Club. We are here today at the Astoria Estate Agents. Let's see what they have in store for us. One of the highlights for me probably was making my Test debut. You aspire to play international cricket, and I think for me making that Test debut in Mumbai was a special moment I think I'll look back on.
Property is potentially an option that, well, I've already started to go down. I'd like to explore more options in the future for sure. I've seen how positive an investment strategy that can be.
If I could, I'd get a little clay pigeon shot up in the garden. I'm not entirely sure the neighbours would be all too happy with it, but yeah, a little clay pigeon trap.
The idea of dealing with the day-to-day stress of everything that comes with being a landlord isn't something that I would necessarily want to be a part of, to be honest. So using an experienced agent like Astoria would definitely be something I'd be interested in.
I think it's our devilishly good looks, to be entirely honest. I'm not sure where the reference comes from.
I think it's fairly self-explanatory.
I think just making sure the advice you're getting is aligned with the goals. It's a big investment, it's a large chunk of your savings, so to make sure it's taken care of in a really sort of professional manner. Hi, I'm Keaton and this is Luke. We are the giraffe opening pair at Lancashire Cricket Club. We are here today at the Astoria Estate Agents. Let's see what they have in store for us. What is the story of the Astoria Group?
It actually started in 2008, had two buy-to-let properties. So I was dealing with an agency. I was really getting frustrated. And in 2009, I decided to start my own accountancy firm, property company and estate agency, which was named as Astoria, and that's how we started.
Sounds a pretty dynamic, exciting company, to be honest.
It is. We're going places. We have all sorts of different things that we actually do. So we deal with sales, we deal with rental properties, HMOs, where a lot of other agencies like to stay away from. Overall, every person that works in each of the teams are determined to make it a success, and that's what we like about Astoria.
You offer basically a one-stop shop for landlords and tenants?
Very much so, yeah. I think we're quite unique in terms of an agent because we do a bit of everything really. Whichever element of property you're interested in, we've pretty much got somebody within the business who can help you.
Each and every person that we have on our team has seen, if not all, the worst. So we could advise people what to avoid, so people could learn from our experience. We are happy to lead people or guide people. We are happy to teach people what to do.
It feels as though you've got a very sort of family-orientated type of value system.
I always believe it's a farm attitude. We need to, not a hunt attitude of doing a quick sale. We have to build a relationship and ensure that the person wins at the end. Because of that, we will win as well. It's a mutual beneficial relationship. I want to be conscious that we go that extra mile to ensure that we have done our very best for the person who has sought our advice in their property journey.
Certain bits of it, but the heritage of it is actually everywhere you look. So there will be a new heritage of the Emirates Old Trafford over the last year. So many people say they're both.
Hi Noah, nice to meet you.
Can you believe it? No. I can't stop smiling. I'm trying not to.
Yeah, that's it.
I think the pace of the women's game and how far it's moved and how quickly it's moved is absolutely phenomenal. And I think not many people would have ever envisaged that it could have moved the way that it has done.
So you would never imagine seeing that type of crowd for a women's match when I used to go and watch Thunder play Blackpool in the KSL.
Just to see the growth of the game, it's a super exciting time.
Been here at Emirates Old Trafford in the indoor school over the winter. The first time ever as a women's team we've been able to have a really good training block here.
Today there's huge misogyny in cricket. There's huge casual sexism every single day.
I guess it's pretty entrenched. Women's cricket wasn't really on the agenda.
Problems in cricket are being dominated by a very sort of small pool of white men, basically.
I think it's pretty clear there's a huge funding gap. A lot of stakeholders are going to have to really take a few brave decisions to get us where we need to get to.
As females, we don't want equal pay, we want equal opportunity, and that's what we're getting now at Lancashire.
Okay. I'm recording, so
Nice.
3,